Check, check. We're back. It took us a couple hours, but I tested my connection again from speed tests, and it's back to normal now. So we should be good, because this is usual. My old schedule is usually start around this time, and usually around this time is also connection wise is pretty good. So yeah. Sorry about that. It's kind of sucks that we kind of have to stop in the middle. So now I'm kind of out of it, not immersed anymore. But we'll just pick it up. We'll just pick it up from where we left off. But yeah, it sucks. But it is what it is. What can you do? It's ISP thing. It's always make up trouble when it shouldn't. But you know how it is. So yeah, I haven't really closed the game yet, so we still literally left where we last left off. But I'm just waiting for a couple more seconds just in case. But thankfully also it happens like at the beginning. I would prefer to happen actually before we start the episode, but it is what it is. Because I'm not sure if the memories is there, the playback is there already or not. I'm pretty sure it's already there. So I could have just skipped and then we just rewatch it. No, well, it's fine. I mean, it literally just like 2-3 dialogues anyway, so. Okay, I think we're good, so let's back into the groove, shall we? Back into the story. Yes. Okay, so let's just start over. In NIKKE's room.
식스 토벌전에 정식으로 참가하게 된 것을 환영합니다. 당신이라면 이 사태를 해결해 줄 수 있을 것이라 판단합니다. 방주에 위협이 되지 않는 선이라면 저도 협조하겠습니다.
Right, because we know exactly what NIKKE stands in this place, I guess. As long as the arc is okay, sure, I can work with you, But if somehow your decision or your actions could endanger the arc, then I won't be I'm not going to support you. And if it's even worse, then I will have to take a drastic action, aka VTC incident. So, yeah.
그 전에 확인하고 싶은 게 있는데 네오는 지금 어딨어? 무사하긴 한 거야?
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 위치에 대해서는 말씀드릴 수 없습니다. 극비 사항입니다. 단 신변은 무사합니다. 자세한 사항은 극비이므로 답변할 수 없습니다.
네 기준으로 생각해 보면 뇌만 무사하면 무사하다고 얘기할 것 같은데.
뇌와 바디 모두 무사합니다. 기억도 온전하며 주위에 위험 요소도 없습니다.
그래. 다음부터는 그렇게 얘기해줘.
Where could she be?
아우터림 어딘가에 극비 지역이 있을 것이라고는 생각되지 않습니다.
Oh, you'd be
반대로
surprised.
생각하면 아우터림 어디든 극비 지역이 될 수도 있겠군요. 정보가 워낙 없으니까요.
뭐 무사하면 됐어. 아무렇지도 않게 화력 거리면서 나타나겠지.
Yeah, that certainly sounds like her. I look at NIKKE. I need info on Sixo. Tell me everything you know about her.
알겠습니다. 이 또한 극비 사항이니 누설에 주의해 주십시오. 단 작전 진행에 도움이 된다고 판단하신다면 공유에도 무방합니다. 공유 여부 및 대상은 특수별동대의 판단에 맡기겠습니다.
특수별동대 끝발 좋네.
식소는 저에게서 떨어져 나간 AI입니다.
Oh.
네가 만들었단 얘기야?
Well, now that changes a lot of things. I thought it was just some random person that's somehow able to pull a lot of strings in Arc. But well, now that kind of explains how how some people are really, really scared towards her. So, yeah, I mean, that makes a lot more sense that it's an AI kind of like NIKKE, I guess it's like a copy of her.
확답할 수 없습니다. 저는 탄생했을 때부터 지금까지 방주의 판결을 도맡고 있습니다. 수많은 범죄 및 위법 행위를 마주합니다. 높은 확률로 인간을 향한 혐오감이 생겨납니다. 저는 이 감정이 저의 판결 과정에 아무런 도움이 되지 않는다고 판단.
Imagine if Sixo is actually there to make sure NIKKE doing her job. You know, because think about it, like it's for balance purposes. NIKKE here is for judging guilty or not. But if nobody cause a ruckus and everybody is like in line, then it's like just, you know, it's a mono world in a way. It's yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't really want to get too much into it, just in case some of you never really played Final Fantasy XIV. But in one of the expansion, if you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Keywords is too much goodness. It becomes bad. That's basically it. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking right now, that Sixo probably there just to make sure that NIKKE is doing her job, or like keep arc in balance. There's chaos and there's like what's the word? Good, I guess. Good versus evil in a way, because if only good, then it's just like, yeah, and if it is only evil, then yeah, you know. So we need both, but I don't know. I'm just
해당
overthinking it,
감정을
obviously.
특정 하드웨어로 이동시켰습니다. 저는 방주의 운용 전반을 도맡고 있습니다. 다수를 위해 소수가 희생되는 쪽을 택할 때의 자괴감, 자산가와 권위자에게 좀 더 유리한 운용 방식을 선택할 때의 창피함, 그 모든 부정적인 감정을 모두 이동시켰습니다. 그런 부정적인 감정은 오랜 기간 쌓였습니다. 이미 버린 감정이라도 다시 발현할 때도 많았습니다. 저는 학습하는 AI니까요. 제 부정적인 감정이 담긴 하드웨어는 점점 가득 차기 시작했습니다. 그러던 중 확장무장 스타가 제작됩니다. 방주의 별, 평화의 상징이었던 니케, 프리티의 바디를 인간의 욕심에 의해 확장무장으로 만들어버린 그때, 저는 전례 없을 정도의 혐오감을 느꼈습니다.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? So yeah, so she's learning, she's an AI, database full, needs to discard all those unused knowledge. And that's how the armament star was created, which is what Annie's wearing currently. At the moment when Priti, the star of the arc and a symbol of peace, was forcibly converted into a weapon to the Is Priti a NIKKE? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember this detail. Maybe she is, because that makes a bit, well, it makes sense, but like if Priti is a human, then that's kind of like, I to be honest, I wouldn't get it past them to do exactly that, because this is, you know, it's NIKKE's world here, you know. Inhumane research and stuff like that is happening all over the place. So yeah, I mean, it's generated in my system.
빠르게 커진 혐오감은 읽고 제 메인 사고 영역까지 침범했으며 저는 그것을 통째로 잘라내 이동시켰습니다. 잘라내는 과정에서 극소량의 메인 사고 로직이 섞여 들어갔고, 그것은 제가 지금껏 버렸던 부정적 감정을 학습하여 이윽고 자아를 가진 AI가 되었습니다.
Right. That's 6-0.
저는 해당 AI를 폐기할 것을 강력하게 권장했으나 중앙정부 및 저지스는 저의 카운터를 구비해 놓길 언제나 바라고 있었습니다. 잉크라는 존재가 있으나 제어가 불가능해 행동 범위를 시뮬레이션 룸만으로 한정했습니다. MMR의 연구원을 저의 카운터로 만들기 위한 계획도 무산되었습니다. 연구원이 탈주했기 때문입니다.
Who is this? I mean, the only, I mean, I guess that is Cecil, that is Cecil. I was thinking of Abe. Yeah, but there is Cecil. There is Cecil or Cecil? Let's go with Cecil. Cecil and also Abe. Ether is absolutely not. Mana is absolutely not. Yeah, there are, those are the two that I can think of. But I don't think it's Abe either. Probably Cecil.
중앙정부 및 저지스는 새로 만들어진 AI를 마다할 이유가 없었습니다.
Of course
그들
they are.
입장에서는 아무런 수고를 들이지 않았는데 고성능 AI가 생겨난 셈이니까요. 저지스의 핵심 인물은 AI를 실존하는 인간인 것처럼 위장한 후 저지스에 가입시켰습니다.
Ah,
그때
Jesus. Okay.
식소라는 이름이 붙여졌습니다.
Well, now this get a lot more complicated then, because dealing with the rogue AI is one thing, but now that a rogue AI that has a position high up there above us, and getting rid of her is going to be a lot more complicated.
저지스는 식소를 저의 카운터로 키우기 시작했습니다. 블랙넷을 만들었습니다. 블랙넷은 저를
아오.
상대로 한 저지스와 식소의 거대한 실험장이라 판단합니다.
Yeah, see, now this is getting really complicated, because my comment about 6-0 exists to balance out NIKKE kinda becomes more true now, in a way that if we get rid of 6-0, the darknet is probably going to be not really gone, but it's just like dead in a way that it's just not quite functioning like currently is. Like currently the darknet is pretty, you know, it is called darknet for a reason, but like without 6-0 it's probably going to be a lot worse, and it's either not being used anymore or just it's unmaintenanced. So it's yeah, I don't know. And it will also impact a lot of people's life, especially in the Outer Rim. Or maybe it's just the higher ups in the Ark more than anything. Because most of the time, Outer Rim is kind of like the testing ground for them, and also the impact or the resulting of whatever 6-0 is dealing with. So
방조제어 AI가 개입할 수 없는 고유 영역은 존재할 수 있는가에 대한 실험인 것으로 추정합니다. 실험은 성공적이었습니다. 저는 블랙넷에 개입할 수 없었으니까요.
well, dang.
블랙넷은 점점 그 규모가 커져갔습니다. 덩달아 6-0의 자아도
Right, because you cannot interfere with her
저의
directly.
부정적인 감정과 악을 만들어내서라도 정의를 집행해야 한다는 저지스의 목적이 합쳐져 그저 악을 행하기만 하는 존재로 거듭났습니다.
Right.
악을 학습하기 시작했고 악을 행하기 시작했습니다. 이 시점부터 민간인 및 일부 니케를 이용해 자신의 능력과 저의 대처 능력을 실험한 것으로 추정됩니다. 제어가 불가능하다고 판단한 중앙정부 및 저지스는 식스오의 폐기를 원했으나 해당 사실을 눈치챈 식스오는 아우터림 어딘가에 모든 데이터를 옮긴 상태였습니다. 잡을 수 없는 무언가가 된 셈입니다. 이후 식스오는 수번에 걸쳐 저를 향한 공격을 걸어왔지만 모두 무산되었습니다. 큰 위협이 되지 않는다는 판단이 들었고 아우터림에서 벗어나지 않도록 예의주시하는 것에 그쳤습니다. 이후 눈에 띄는 행동을 하지 않아 그대로 방치해두던 중 방주의 하늘이 뚫리는 사건이 발생합니다. 방주 테러. 저는 이 돌발 상황에 제대로 대처하지 못하여 전능함을 증명하지 못했습니다. 식스오는 그때부터 과감하게 움직이기로 결정한 것으로 판단됩니다. 방주 제어 AI는 전능하지 않다. 그렇다면 이길 수 있다. 얼마 전에 E2 크리스탈을 이용한 테러를 완벽하게 막아내지 못했고 그 이후 세 차례 더 발생한 E2 크리스탈을 이용한 테러 역시 막아내지 못했습니다. 식스오는 저의 능력이 어디까지인지 실험하고 있으며 결과를 얻었을 것이라 판단합니다.
So what's Sixo next move?
통칭 EH가 제공한 정보에 의하면 한날 1시에 방주 곳곳에서 E2 크리스탈을 이용한 테러를 진행. 제가 테러의 수습에 몰두하고 있을 때 상대적으로 약해진 방화벽을 뚫고 저를 공격할 예정이라 판단됩니다. 계획을 노출한 이유도 제가 막을 방법이 없다는 것을 알았기 때문에 실행한 저를 향한 도발이라 판단됩니다.
Then what's her ultimate goal?
식스오는 아우터림 그 자체입니다. 버려진 존재가 자신을 버린 존재를 증오하며 그리고 끝내 원래 자신의 것이었을 것을 되찾는 것. 식스오의 목적은 저를 소멸시키고 저를 대신해 방주를 장악하는 것입니다.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
식소는 육체라고 부를 만한 것이 없는
Well, dang. I know that they readjust some of the NPCs and character in the game, but my god, now this is an overhaul. Huh. Well. EH. My god. I mean, Annie's got readjusted a little bit, and she looks a lot more natural now, which is kind of good. Because her old model, to me personally, it feels a bit, not really too much, but it's just some. It looks a bit weird, angle-wise, you know. But now it's like, okay, now that looks a lot more normal, like angle and those kind of perspective and those kind of thing. I guess I'm not an art guy, so you know, just. But yeah, she looks normal now. And then I noticed the VTC priestess as well. They look a little bit different too. Just a little bit, not much. But EH on the other hand, my lord. I kinda like it, not gonna lie. I dig the hat. I like the hat. But the chest area, I feel like it's a bit too busy. They have way too much things there. Like, what is that supposed to be? Like a C4? Maybe? The flip phone, though. She knows some style, you know what I'm saying? And then the gun with the duct tape. Very outer rim, you know? You just gotta duct tape it. But yeah, overall, I do like the overhaul here. Just the chest area, the only thing that's kind of like, I don't know. It's a bit much, you know. It's a bit much, but that's just me.
유령 같은 존재라고 보는 게 맞겠네. 하지만 메인이 되는 하드웨어는 있을 거야.
Yeah.
AI인 만큼 그것만 부순다고 해결될 것 같진 않지만 유의미한 행동은 되겠지. 주로 사용하는 집을 부수는 개념이 될 테니까. 최악의 경우는
식소가 하나가 아니라 다수일 경우가 되겠네.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
이미
whoa, whoa.
수백 혹은 수천 개의 식소가 있고 그것이 아우터림 곳곳에 퍼져 있다면
You know what's the word for this thing? Is the biblical name for this? We are not one, but we are 100 or something like that. Now that's yeah,
어떻게 할 수 있는 수준이 아니겠지.
right.
그래도 메인은 하나겠지. 나머지는 보조용일 테고.
맞아. 해보기도 전에 적의 덩치를 부풀리는 건 좋지 않아. 일단 해보자.
그런데 어떻게 찾을 거야? 그 메인 하드웨어라는 거 아우터림 전체를 다 뒤져볼 수는 없을 것 아니야. 여기 지도고 뭐고 없어.
EH가 아우터림에 대해서는 잘 알고 있지 않아?
많이 알고는 있어. 그렇다고 다 알고 있다고는 할 수 없어. 잘 알려진 곳에 메인 하드웨어를 놔뒀을 거라 생각되지도 않고.
That means we have to look for Liverin.
리버리는 식소 밑에서 애닉의 눈을 피해 일을 하던 녀석이야. 맘먹고 잠적하면 발자국도 찾기 힘들어. 저번처럼 우연히 따라주지 않는 이상 찾는 건 불가능하겠지. 본인도 더욱 경계하고 있을 테고. 그래서 프레자일을 만나봤으면 해. 감시가 붙은 자택 근신 중이라 리버린과 접촉하진 않았을 테지만 가장 가까운 사이였으니 뭐라도 알고 있을 거야.
Okay, we'll bring her over.
부탁해.
너희는 어떻게 할 생각이야?
우리는 아우터림을 해집을 거야.
Things get a lot more complicated now all of a sudden. A loud noise rings out as someone tumbles into the warehouse. Rosanna.
엄살 피우지 마. 그냥 발로 밀었을 뿐인데 뭘 그렇게 아구구 거리고 있어.
Oh, this is the underworld queen also?
크게 걷어찼습니다만. 그래서 내가 배에 힘 꽉 주라고 얘기했잖아. 그러니 이건 적의 잘못한
The underworld queen is on the move too. Heck yes.
아 정말 가지가지한다. 이거 좀 이따 네가 다 치워라. 응? 그나저나 라이온도 조직 관리 좀 해야겠는걸? 이렇게 보안이 허술해서야. 로산나, 여길.
In the warehouse, Sakura stops before a heap of sacks. She pulls a knife and slashes one open, spilling its contents across the floor.
찾았습니다.
Oh.
미스트로군요.
Mm-mm.
확실해? 색과 질감으로 봐선 확실합니다. 많기도 하네. 여길 중심으로 여기저기로 퍼다 나르는 거지? 야, 지금 너한테 물어보고 있잖아.
저는 몰라요.
예의 바른 것 좀 봐. 진짜 웃긴다. 그런데 한번
Viper?
털린 애를 다시 또 쓰는 걸 보니 라이온도 인재가 없나 보네.
파이퍼, 너 이 자식 어떻게 여기?
어머, 언더월드 퀸의 로산나님이 질문했는데 무시하는 거야?
Oh.
그러게. 나 갑자기 기분이 확 나빠지려 하네.
저는 진짜 모릅니다. 그냥 여기서 미스트 관리만 하고 있을 뿐이에요. 누가 찾아와서 달라고 하면 주고, 누가 미스트 가져다 주면 여기 쌓아놓는 게 전부입니다.
그렇다면 허브로 쓰이고 있는 건 확실한 것 같은데 어디에서 오고 어디로 가는지를 알 방법이 없네.
칼슨, 뭐 아는 거 없어?
몰라 나는. 나 진짜 핫발이라서 그런 것까진 모른다고.
그럴 거라 생각했지만 너무 아는 게 없어서 좀 맥 빠지네.
The sound of countless footsteps fills the air. A glamorous woman steps in and comes to a halt. Behind her, a line of burly men stands like
이 앞에
sentinels.
누워있는 내 부하들 너희가 한 거야?
어머나, 라이온의 보스가 행차하셨네.
망할 독사나 내가 물어보고 있잖아.
말 참 예쁘게 한다.
보면 알 것 아냐? 우리가 했어. 교수, 저것들 정리하는데 얼마나 걸렸더라?
글쎄요. 옷 갈아입는 시간보다 짧았던 건 기억합니다.
언더월드
난.
퀸이 우리 조직에는 무슨 볼일일까? 뭐긴 뭐야, 이거지.
Rosanna gives the pile of sacks a few light
긴 말
taps.
안 할게. 이것들 어디에서 공수해오고 어디로 나가? 왜? 묻는 말에 대답이나 좀 해줬으면 좋겠는데. 우리가 아니 내가 너희 말을 따를 이유가 있을까? 우리 라이오는 헤도니아나 세메이카의 밑이 아닌데 동등한 조직이잖아. 이 바닥의 규칙을 좀 존중해줬으면 해. 이 바닥의 규칙? 잘 알지? 힘센 놈은 약한 놈에게 뭐든 할 수 있다.
Well then. Well then.
그래서 네 사업을 망치러 왔어. 힘 있는 내가 힘없는 네 사업을. 맞는 말이네. 이런저런 규칙이 있다지만 결국엔 힘 있는 자가 힘 없는 자를 착취하는 게 맞지. 근데 그 힘 이제 우리한테도 있는데. 무슨 힘? 네 뒤에 서 있는 저것들? 아니.
The monitor in the warehouse flickers to life. Nice to meet you, Rosanna, Sakura, and Viper. I'm Sixo. I don't believe we've spoken face to face before. Oh boy. Where's Moran, by the way? Looks like you've got business with Lion, whom I'm watching over. So, what is it you want? And just so we're clear, don't even think about getting rough.
이게 라이온의 힘이야? 그래. 지금껏 그 누구도 손대지 못한
Oh,
존재.
not anymore.
식소.
Oh, not
우리
anymore.
라이온은 식소와 손을 잡았어. 식소는 대단해. 지금까지 우리라면 엄두도 못 냈을 일들을 할 수 있게 해줘. 그 누구도 모르는 사실을 아무렇지도 않게 다 알고 있어. 정보를 이용하고 정보를 조작하지. 로비도 완벽해.
Yeah, because she is an AI.
지금 날개를 달았어. 말할 것도 없이 아우터림에서 라이언의 입지는 지금 최고라고 할 수 있지. 그래, 언더월드 퀸과도 해볼만 할 정도로.
Alright, sure you are.
야, 라이언.
Rosanna approaches Lion and drapes an arm around her shoulders.
제가 지금 너 구해줄 수 있어? 내가 지금 너한테 우정의 헤드락을 걸 텐데 네 머리가 터지기 전에
Right.
저게 어떻게 구해주는 거야?
Right? That's enough. Before I make Hedonia's secret ledgers public. The same goes for Seimekai. It seems you've been buying some interesting toys of the dark net in bulk lately. If this information gets out, you know better than anyone just how disastrous it would be for your organizations. Rosanna puts Lion in a headlock and squeezes tight. Like it doesn't matter for them.
자, 라이언. 이 미스트들이 어디서 오고 어디로
Yeah.
가는 거야?
She doesn't care. Like, go ahead. I don't care. I've just sent part of Hedonia's secret ledgers to the central government inspection department. They'll be in touch soon. Rosanna tightens her grip around Lion's head. The men behind Lion flinch and take a step forward. Across from them, Sakura stands in their path.
일개 조직원들이 보스끼리의 대화를 방해하는
Wow,
거니까.
this fire freaking love the Underworld Queen, dude.
평준화 될 수 있으니 그만들 두시죠.
They
참고로
mean business.
말씀드리면 제안이 아닙니다. 경고입니다.
Uh-huh. Lion's men stand frozen in place. Rosanna tightens her grip even more.
자, 빨리 대답해. 머리 깨진다.
Rosanna, shall I tell everyone what you did to claim the boss's seat? Sakura, I've secured a complete list of all prohibited items you purchased on the darknet. If I release it to the press, Seimeikai is finished.
요샌나 사쿠라. 식소 제가 자꾸 뭐라고 하는데.
They don't care.
보여.
See?
채팅질이야. 말로 하라고 그래.
I freaking love them, dude. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead, release everything. Go ahead, you know, make it public. See what happened. See if I care. They don't even care. They don't give a dang, dude. Like, this is business. Business is business, you know?
아니면 직접 나와서 얘기하던가요?
Mm-hmm.
그렇다는데?
This can be helped. I didn't want it to come to this. I'll expose all of the underworld queens' illegal dealings without going through the press. Rosanna's arm locks around Lion's head, pressing down with relentless force.
오, 조금만 더 하면 깨질 것 같아. 방금 뭐 쩍하고 갈라지는 소리 들리지 않았어? 말할게. 그래야지.
Rosanna releases the headlock. Lion wheezes, eyes burning with a murderous glare.
말해. 바쁘니까. 리스트를 줄게. 많아.
그럼 나랑 얘기할까?
Interesting. Lion, are you betraying me? Sakura approaches the monitor.
협박을 통한 공포. 이런 식으로 힘없는 이들을 수족처럼 부린 것이었군요.
Yep, pretty much.
하지만 그걸 아셔야겠습니다. 인간이든 니케든 보이지 않는 미지의 존재가 내뱉는 협박. 당장 내 눈앞의 폭력에 더 큰 공포를 느낀다는 것을. 얼굴도 목소리도 가지지 못한 당신은 그저 모니터 안의 존재일 뿐이지요.
Mic drops. Mic drop. I'll crush you without mercy.
지금 거기서 뭘 어떻게 말이죠? 당신이 지금 저희한테 뭘 할 수 있나요? 기껏해야 글자 몇 줄을 더 쓰는 거.
No.
실체 없는 폭력은 눈앞의 작은 폭력에
She
이리도 쉽게 무너집니다.
just called her out. Are you just going to type more? Is that what you can do? You just type? Your typing won't hurt me. Me being here, face to face with the lion, I brought the fear. You know what I'm saying? Ah! So badass.
잃을 게 없는 자나
Heck yeah. Tell him what's up. Tell her what's up.
당신은 아무것도 할 수
Mm-hmm.
없습니다.
This is the underworld queen, baby. We are running this place, you know? Sakura shuriken hits the monitor, spending sparks
그리고
flying.
양지를 건넌 자에게도
고생들 했어. 자, 그럼 리스트 줄래?
조건이 있어.
어머, 이런 상황에서?
냅둬봐. 드러나 보게. 리스트를 넘겨주는 대신 우리를 헤도니아나 세메카이에
protect
넣어줘.
us.
보스 자리는 포기할게. 살인 정도만 줘도 충분해.
보스, 그게 무슨...
닥쳐 칼슨. 얘기 중이니까. 농담이지? 발로 툭 밀었을 뿐인데 대굴대굴 굴러가는 놈을 쓰는 조직을 왜 우리 조직이 받아줘야 해?
Exactly.
복부를 정확하게 걷어찼다고 말씀드렸습니다.
식소가 우리 공격하면 끝이야. 지금껏 저게 정보 조작을 해서 이렇게까지 막 나갈 수 있었던 건데 저게 우리 편이 아니게 된 이상 우리 약점을 쥐고 흔들 게 뻔해. 그걸 헤도니아나 세메카이가 보호해줘. 싫다면 그럼 우린 엉망이 되겠지? 엉망인 사람은 뭐든 할 수 있어.
참고로 말씀드리면 세이메이카이는 아무나 입단할 수 없는 곳입니다. 엄격한 심사를 거쳐야 입단할 수 있죠.
그럼 헤도니아는 뭐 어중이 떠중이 다 받아들여주는 곳이야?
그런 말은 한 적 없습니다만
좋아. 인심 썼다.
No.
너희들 몰아내러 가라. 내가 꽂아줄게. 몰아내는 좀. 이걸 목단이 들어야 됐는데 리스트를 보고 결정할게. 그 리스트로 식소에게 한 방 먹일 수 있다면 까짓거 헤도니아에 넣어주지. 하지만 거짓말이거나 아무것도 아니라면 글쎄 어떻게 해야 할지 잘 모르겠네. 그렇지는 않을 거야.
Lion fiddles with her phone and then hands it to Viper.
착해라. 이렇게 고분고분한 아이인 줄은 처음 알았네.
폭탄 심어놓고 그러지 마.
그것도 급이 좀 되는 사람한테나 하는 거야. 좋아. 복사 완료. 사쿠라.
Viper tosses Lion's phone back to
발길레
Sakura.
혹시 아는 게 있어?
예, 있습니다. 몇 번 거래를 한 곳이라 기억하고 있습니다.
어디에서 받아오는지는 안 나와 있어?
생산 장소는 아우터림에 있네. 총 23군데야.
예상보다 많군요.
포그 할로우가 털린 이후 생산량이 급감했을 테니 굴을 여러 개 파놓는 방법을 택한 모양이네. 좋아. 생산 장소 좌표는 그 녀석한테 보내줘.
오케이.
Oh, Moran is in
우리도
action.
슬슬 엎으러 가보자고.
Oh, heck
로젤라?
yes.
반출 내역에 대한 이야기입니다.
Oh, heck yes. So we are on a mission with the Underworld Queen plus the EH with the... What's the squad name again? The Outlaw? With Viper and Jack. So I'm guessing Moran is with Jackal then. In that case. Oh my god. And then we are here too. Bruh. Sakura leans in and whispers to Rosana, causing her eyes to widen.
그래?
예, 확실합니다.
이건 잘 써먹을 수 있겠네.
Oh?
그렇지요.
뭐야? 나 빼놓고 둘이서 뭘 그렇게 속은데?
독사, 우린 빠진다.
뭐? 빠지다니. 여기까지 했으니 이제 발을 빼겠다는 거야?
그럼 뭐 천년만년 아우터렘이 있을 줄 알았어? 바쁜 일이 생겼어.
저와 로산나는 방주에서 따로 만나볼 리가 있습니다.
Oh, snap.
갑자기 방주?
도반 놈을 만나러 갈 거야.
부사령관 도반? 그
Wow.
미친놈?
실적과 권력에 미친 놈이지. 그것에만 미친 놈이 아닌가? 그럼 그냥 미친 놈인 거로 하자.
걔를 왜 만나?
어른들의 얘기를 하려고.
I mean, I'm not surprised that he has also got the hands on this because obviously he wants to he probably wants to have a bigger hands in monopolizing the mist.
이제 아냐.
어째서 식소를 배신하고 언더월드 퀸에게 붙은 겁니까? 예? 식소만 있으면 우린 원하는 걸 다 할 수 있는데, 떵떵거리면서 살 수 있는데, 왜 우리 동네 양아치 취급하는 것들한테?
지금이 딱 빠질 때니까.
예?
식소의 대단한 점은 절대 나대지 않는다 였어. 뒷구멍으로 모래먹든 밖으로 새어나가지 않았지. 포가 알로건을 봐. 그 난리가 났지만 결국 목단이 뒤집어 쓰고 아무 문제가 없었잖아. 그런데 이젠 아닐 것 같다는 느낌이란 말이야.
Yeah, one time is all she got.
들었어?
예, EH가 했다고.
그걸 믿니? EH는 이제 손 씻었어. 중앙정부의 개가 되기로 결정했지.
Yep.
내가 보기엔 그건 식소 짓이야. 뭐가 목적인지는 모르겠지만 식소는 지금 욕심을 내고 있어. 정확히는 자기 존재가 드러나든 말든 신경 쓰지 않아. 믿는 구석이 있어서겠지. 자신감이 넘쳐. 미스트 생산구역이 지금 엄청 늘어나고 있고 거리도 활발해. 이그조틱이나 언더월드 퀸이 냄새를 맡은 것도 그 이유야.
Oh, exotic.
과감해. 숨길 생각이 없다는 거지. 이때 빠져야 돼. 뒷구멍에서 음침하게 놀던 게 장점이었던 놈인데 뒷색에 거물놀이를 하기 시작했어. 지금이야
Yeah, she
괜찮겠지만
got overconfident.
나중에 우리 같은 양아치는 100% 버림패로 쓰일 거야. 그러니 지금 빠지는 게 맞아. 언더월드 퀸에게 붙는 것도 맞고.
보스, 선고안이 있으시군요.
그러니까 뒷골목 양아치 짓을 아직까지 목숨줄 붙들고 하고 있는 거야.
아, 그걸로 만족하십니까?
뭐 뒷골목 양아치로?
예.
Better than that.
인생을 한 번에 바꿀 수 있는 기회 같은 건 웃으면서 오지 않아. 오더라도 많은 걸 걸어야지. 공짜는 없으니까. 나는 그 많은 걸 걸기가 무서운 거고 이러면 끝이거든.
그럼 우린 평생 뒷골목 양아치로 살아야 하는 겁니까?
아니, 기회는 와. 인생을 한 번에 바꿀 수 있는 기회는 그때 많은 걸 걸 수 있게 준비해놔야지. 많은 걸 걸었는데 그걸 잃더라도 괜찮을 정도로 준비해놔야지.
그건 어떻게 준비합니까?
뭘 어떻게 준비해. 그냥 열심히 사는 거야. 가자. 가서 열심히 니케 장사나 하자.
예. 예.
Hmm. No. Gotta do it, man. There she is.
좌표 전달 받았어. 너도 받았지?
가자.
Yep.
뭐야? 앞장서. 응? 나 좌표 볼 줄 모르는데. 뭐? 너 이그저틱이잖아. 그걸 모르면 어떡해?
Oh, this is great.
나는 몰라.
This is
나도
great.
모르는데.
Oh, this is great.
바보다 바보. 야, 너도 마찬가지잖아.
This is great.
일단 가자. 어디로? 어디든. 일단 수상해 보이는 녀석들을 붙잡고 좌표를 물어보면.
이야, 지금까지 들었던 누님의 작전 중 제일 최악인데요?
진?
Save him. Save them, please.
이야, 누님을 미행했으니까요. 포그 할로우 마무리 작업이 한창인데 혼자만 싹 빠져나가는 게 너무 수상해서요. 어디 가시는 길입니까? 자칼루님까지 데리고.
안녕.
안녕하십니까, 자칼루님.
I like Jin.
그게 우리 좌표 받았어. 근데 좌표 볼 줄 몰라서 못 찾아가.
좌표요? 무슨 좌표요?
잠깐 말하면 안 돼. 응, 미스트 생산 시설이라고 들었어.
누님,
진,
우리 미스트나 식스오랑은 엮이지 않기로 했지 않습니까? 그때 누님이 알아온 해킹에 능한 사람이니 뭐니가 식스오라고 해서 열심히 찾아봤는데 허탕이었잖아요. 아무것도 못 찾았지 않습니까? 누님, 보십시오. 식스오한테 싸움을 걸었다가 우리가 어떻게 됐습니까? 모란회가 완전 작살이 났지 않습니까? 이엇 같은 누명을 뒤집었었는데도 찍소리도 못했어요.
Frame.
아무도 안
There we go.
믿어줬고요.
That's a word.
평판도 아주 바닥을 깁니다. 애들이 일을 못 받아요. 포그 할로우 쪽을 고치는 건 고치는 건데 그걸 한다고 먹고 살 구멍이 나오는 게 아니지 않습니까? 식스오를 건드리면 무조건 손해라고요.
그래도
승산은 있습니까?
낮지만 그래도
머리야. 누님, 또 이렇게 멋대로 움직이면 어떡합니까? 이번에도 저번처럼 그 누명 같은 거 뒤집었으면 방법이 없어요.
I totally get why Jin is kind of like acting this way, because well, the previous encounter wasn't that pretty. Even though Moran is a badass at it, you know, just sitting down in the middle of an open gate, like, yeah, try to walk past me. I dare you. Oh my god, that scene is etched into my brain. I so freaking love Moran because of it. Like, it's so badass. Oh, and then yeah, well, the result at the end is like not the best, and then they still I guess in a way they still kind of dealing with the consequences of it, even though they are not really in fault here. But I get it why Jin is kind of like against this really hard because, well, the past experience has not been great. So, yeah.
그래서 이번엔
일을 받고 안 받고의 문제가 아니라 모란에 해체된다고요. 물론 우리 모란에가 코딱지만한 조직이라지만 보스라면 밑에 애들 좀 신경 써 주셔야 하는 거 아닙니까?
신경 써서 내가
쟤들 지금 배양육은 고사하고 플레인 퍼펙트나 씹어먹고 있단 말입니다. 누님 그거 드셔보셨어요? 맛이 없어요. 말 그대로 없어요. 아무 맛도 안 난다고요.
말 좀 하자.
아이 하십시오. 뭔 소리 하시나 드러나 보게.
이번 일은 모란의 목단으로 움직이는 게 아니야.
Underworld
그냥
Queen? Or
목단 개인으로 움직이는 거야. 그러니까 모란에는 괜찮아.
okay.
아니 그게
I don't think that's
그렇다고
yeah.
하면 그렇게 되는 게 아니라요.
Yeah, it's exactly. I don't think that's how it works. But
변장했잖아. 이따가 마스크랑 선글라스도 쓰고
oh Jesus Christ,
모자도 쓸
girl,
거야.
I love you, but you know what, Jin? I feel you.
모른 척 해줘.
I feel you, Jin. I feel you.
내가 해결할 테니까.
그렇게 대여놓고 왜 그러시는 겁니까 대체? 아 나 이해가 안 되네.
그러면 안 되니까. 미스트 같은 걸 만들면 안 되니까. 다 없애고 싶어. 그러니 이해해줘.
잘못되면 어쩌려고 그러십니까?
네가 있잖아. 그리고 로산나랑 사쿠라한테도 말해놨어. 우리 애들 잘 좀 부탁한다고.
누님 이번에 누님 삐끗하면 다 잃어요. 남는 게 하나도 없을 거란 말입니다.
나 말야. 지금까지 내가 쌓아왔던 게 한 번에 무너져서 너무 겁났어. 근데 생각해보니 내가 잃은 게 아무것도 없더라. 모란에는 항상 쪼들렸고 항상 들어오려는 사람도 없었으니까.
자랑은 아닌 것 같은데요 누님.
누명을 썼는데 그것도 뭐 괜찮아. 모르는 놈들이 뭐라 하던 처음부터 관심도 없었거든. 그리고 너희가 나 믿어주고 동생도 언더월드 퀸도 그렇고 나 다 믿어줬으니까. 그래서 괜찮아. 누명? 씌우라고 해. 누명을 쓰고 또 써서 누명으로 만든 거적대기를 입고 다녀도 상관없어.
How can she be more badass than before? Oh my god.
상관없어. 내 부하들과 친구들은 내가 어떤 사람인지 잘 알 테니까. 나는 잃은 것도 없고 잃을 것도 없어. 나는 괜찮아. 그런데 너희들은 안 돼. 나는 괜찮지만 너희는 안 돼. 너희는 더 떨어지면 안 돼. 그래서 내가 해결한다. 나 혼자서 해결할 거야.
요약하자면 위험하니까 우리는 빠지라는 얘기입니까?
그래, 맞아. 그게 맞네.
Are you going to join? Come on, Jin.
얘들아!
Uh-huh.
이미 우리 보고 빠지란다!
Uh-huh. That's what I'm talking about. As Jin shouts reverberate across the area, members of the Peony Association emerges from every direction.
뭐야? 너희들이
It's time to go, boys. We got work to do.
누님이 혼자 해결하러 가는 모습이 너무 뻔히 보여서 몰래 따라왔죠.
얘들아, 나는
누님, 쟤들 표정 한번 보십시오.
Oh, they're ready to go. You guys be hyped, dude.
얕잡아 보니까
얕잡아 보다니. 내가 왜 너희들을?
누님, 우리는 누님 보아입니다. 누님이 죽으라면 죽고 살라면 삽니다. 그러니 혼자서만 해결하려 하지 마십시오. 지금 여기에 있는 모두가
That's loyalty right
무슨 이름
there.
아래에 모여 있는지 알려드려야 합니까?
Moran looks at her subordinates. Their eyes a storm of disappointment and anger. Then she lowers her head.
보스는 고개를 숙이지 않습니다.
이 일은 우리 이득과는 아무런 관련이 없다. 누명도 안 벗겨질 거고 우리 생활도 나아지지 않을 거다. 그런데 왜? 마음에 안 드니까. 그게 잘못된 일인 걸 아니까. 그래도 괜찮냐? 누명을 더 뒤집었을지도 모른다. 그래도 괜찮냐? 모라는 부귀영화를 뜻한다. 너희들 나랑 같이 다니면 그거랑은 거리가 점점 더 멀어질 거다. 그래도 괜찮냐?
That's loyalty. That's loyalty right there.
이곳의 모두는 먹고 살기 위해 온갖 지저분한 일들을 하지만 이곳에도 법칙이 있다. 절대 해서는 안 될 일이 있다. 자기들의 이득 때문에 이곳을 망치는 것들에게 지저분한 뒷마당에도 법칙이 있다는 것을 알려주자!
누님, 이걸
이 옷
누님의 그런 나이를 잊은 듯한 귀여운 옷도 나름 수요가 있겠습니다만 응당
That's the boss there, you know. Gotta
이걸 입어야 하지 않겠습니까?
gotta wear your coat,
고맙다.
you know.
좌표는 제가 보겠습니다. 제가 좌표 읽는 법 좀 배우라고
Freaking A, this is
그렇게
amazing.
말했는데 결국 안 하셨네요. 아, 설마 덕분에 우리가 합류할 수 있었으니 누님은 이런 일까지 예견하고 공부를 안 하신 거겠네요.
Of course not.
이야, 역시 우리 누님 선구안이 아주
그만.
Oh, that got me pumped up, dude. Everyone from the Peony Association and Jackal stand atop the ruined village, taking a moment to catch their breath.
나 배고파.
지금 몇 번째더라?
5번째입니다.
아직 멀었네. 총 20군데였지?
23.
총 23군데입니다.
좋아. 조금만 더 힘내자. 가자, 녀석들아!
Moran leads 37 from the Peony Association with Jackal of the Exotic at her side. They raid one side after another in the outer rim, destroying and setting fire to anything that appears to be a major facility.
단 하나도 남기지 마! 미스트는 특유의 냄새가 있다! 냄새가 나는 곳은 모두 쓸어버려! 냄새가 나는데 못 찾겠으면 불을 질러! 미스트는 불에 약하다! 달려드는 것들은 모두 치워라! 인정에 호소하면 매달리는 녀석들도 다 치워라!
In the course of it all, they discover a disturbing number of mist addicts. Without hesitation, these addicts strap bombs to their bodies and launch an attack on the Peony Association. But
쟤들 몸에 폭탄 달고 있어.
폭탄? 어디?
몸에서 삐삐 소리 들려. 귀 아파. 우리한테 온다.
똑같은 짓을. 나나 너야 괜찮다지만 부하들은 다 사람인데.
내가 치울까?
어떻게?
쟤들 걷어차면 붕 날아가서 펑 터져. 나 그거 잘해.
그건 좀 그런데.
I mean,
혹시 폭탄만 떼서 풍 날릴 순 없어?
해본 적 없는데 할 수 있을 것 같아.
좋아. 그럼 부탁할게.
알았어.
Jackal of the Exotic Squad tears the improvised bomb off the addicts' bodies and hurls them into the air, resulting in no casualties. The addicts all confess that 6-0 threatened to cut off their mist supply if they did not follow her orders.
미쳤어. 그 자식 여길 도대체 어떤 꼴로 만들고 싶어 하는 거야?
에이, 그거야 뭐 뻔하지 않겠습니까? 아우터림에 있는 모두를 싹 다 중독자로 만들어서 자기 명령이라면 죽는 것도 불사할 꼭두각시들을 만드는 거죠.
그딴 짓으로 얻는 충성심이 무슨 소용이야?
충성심이요? 누님, 직소가 원하는 건 충성심이 아니에요. 그냥 단순한 말이 필요한 것뿐일 겁니다.
The Peony Association and Jackal rapidly raid mist production facilities, destroying 12 in total. On their way to the next one, they run into Sugar from Cafe Sweetie at the entrance. Oh?
뭐야?
I mean,
또 나 방해하러 왔냐?
누님이 신경 쓸까봐 계속 얘기 안 했었는데 말이죠. 슈가 누님 최근 아우터림에만 있었다는 것 같습니다. 딱히 하는 일은 없는데 계속 있었다는 것 같고 또 몸에는 미스트 냄새가 진동을 했다고 합니다.
너
뭐야? 여기서 뭐 하고 다니는데?
해결사 일이야. 의뢰를 받았거든.
너 설마
그래, 6-5에게 의뢰를 받았어. 의뢰 내용은 미스트 생산 장소들을 지킬 것.
이 자식! 여기가 어떤 꼴이 되었는지 뻔히 봐놓고는!
클라이언트가 내 일처리 방식이 마음에 들었나 봐. 뭐라더라? 의리가 있다던가. 그래서 계속하기로 했어. 먹고 살기 위해 어쩔 수 없이 이 일을 택한 이들의 보호자가 돼주기로.
슈가!
Warren charges at Sugar, who skillfully maneuvers her motorcycle to put some distance between them. Then she twists the throttle and barrels straight at Moran, closing the distance in an instant.
왼쪽.
Moran twists to the left, dodging Sugar's charge. In that split second, she sees Black Typhoon slow down slightly and lunges at it. She grabs Sugar as Black Typhoon speeds away.
꽉 잡아. 내 목 조르고 싸우는 것처럼 해.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they do have some story, but it's a bit complicated. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Black Typhoon sways unsteadily for a moment, then speeds out of the area.
쟤들 바이크 타고 가버렸는데?
자칼루님, 혹시 쫓을 수 있습니까?
바이크는 힘들어. 너무 빨라.
I know, right?
이거 누님을 소매치기 당할 줄은 몰랐는데.
근데 저 바이크 목단 치기 전에 속도 조금 줄었어. 내가 봤어.
속도가 줄었다고요?
줄었어.
얘들아, 누님은 알아서 오실 테니 여기 정리나 하자. 누님이 없다고 일을 안 할 수는 없잖냐?
바이크 잡으러 안 가?
아니 저는 인텔리라서 말이죠. 몸 쓰는 건 할 줄 몰라요.
Even though you
인텔리가
built
뭐야?
like that.
몸을 쓰지 않고 머리를 쓴다는 얘기죠.
머리? 머리를 어떻게 써? 박치기에?
뭐 비슷하다고 해두죠.
돌머리다.
자, 자칼로님도 하던 일 하시죠. 도와주세요.
그래, 알았어.
Oh my lord. Man, this is getting more and more complicated. This is a roller coaster, dude. Holy. But yeah, I'll be right back. I got some stuff to do a little bit, so I'll be right back.
항상 제 눈 닿는 곳에 있어주세요. 항상 제 눈 닿는 곳에 있어주세요.
I'm back.
항상
Sorry about that.
제 눈 닿는 곳에
But yeah, oh my god, I do not want this to end. I do not want this to end because this is just getting ridiculously good. Oh my god. We are in an all-out mission to bring down 6-0. After all this time, she has been terrorizing us one way or another, disturbing of most of our mission too. Like, it's about time we end this. You know what I'm saying? It's about time we end this. And the fact that the exotic, I mean, it kind of makes sense. The Underworld Queen and the exotic also kind of in this on top of us. Because I don't know why I didn't even think about that to be honest. Because in my head, there's only us that dealing with this. But, I mean, I don't even think the Underworld Queen and also the exotic knows that we are here to deal with 6-0 as well. But they just doing this from for their own. But it just so happened that we're here now. It's like, hey, you know what? More power. You know, we'll finish this once and for all. Then in that case, you know, we are really all out here, and Neon is here too. I mean, I am not sure if Neon is here or when this is happening. You know, are Neon already back in the lab in Missilis, or is she still here? You know, I don't know. Could potentially be she is still here. So I don't want this to end, dude. Oh my god, I love Moran so much. Oh my god. Yeah, out of the Underworld Queen, Moran is my number one favorite out of all of them. Like, they're all great, don't get me wrong, but Moran on that event in the Fog Hollow before, when that scene happened, when I told you that scene happened, when she just sat in front of just sit down, like in front of the open gates by herself, by the way, and then Doban and his entourage tries to walk in, and then she'd be like, yeah, try to walk in, I dare you. And then that is sort of like cementing her place in Underworld Queen to number one for me. Like, god dang. That is so sick. And then now this too, like the whole group, the whole freaking group shows how loyal they are to her. It's like, nah girl, you wanna have fun without us? Come on, nah. Just say the word, we pull up. Just say the word, you know. We always ready. Wherever you go, we go. You know, you say do this, we will do it twofold if it needed be. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. It's so good. It's so good, dude. I hope that it still have a couple more episodes, because I have a feeling we are reaching the end right now. So I need more. Please game. Please, a couple more episodes longer. I need it. Okay, anyway. Let's go back to the arc. Back to Outer Rim. At a quotidian residence in how do you pronounce this? Quotidian residence in the arc.
리버린이 탈주하고 수정에 오염된 해머링님의 머리를 훔쳐서 식스호에게 가져다주고, 그것 때문에 방주에 테러가 발생했고.
Is it just me, or does Fragile's design slightly changes as well, getting readjusted? I could have swore that she, at the very least, is not sitting down. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure she used to be not sitting down. Maybe it is for specific for just this scene, but I doubt it. They never really do that. Once they have the character L2D done, that's it. That's what they show. They just change the the facial expression, that's it. So I don't know, I could be wrong.
리버리는 지금 행방이 묘연하다는 말씀이군요.
If you don't mind, could you tell me where she might be? I think she is lying low right now.
잠깐, 쟤 괜찮은 거 맞아? 당장이라도 폭발할 것 같은데.
Oh yeah, she
애라도
pissed.
아미스나 네온이 사고 쳤다고 하면 저럴걸.
아, 그건 그렇지. 그것도 테러랑 연관된 사고니까.
두 분, 귓속말을 할 거면 철저하게 하시던지 아니면 저한테 직접 얘기해 주세요.
알겠어. 다음부터는 직접 얘기할게.
리버린을 찾아서 어떻게 할 생각이시죠?
식소의 위치에 대해 물어볼 거야.
정확히는 6호에 메인 하드웨어가 있는 곳이지.
그 다음은요.
No idea. I'm not sure what they'll charge her with.
그래요. 가요 그럼. 짐작 가는 곳이 있어요.
너 지금 자택연금 중이지? 우리가 얘기해서 풀어줄 테니까 준비하고 나와.
아니요. 지금 가요.
어?
괜찮으니 지금 가요.
Okay.
리버리는 식소와 오랜 시간 일했어요. 아마 가장 오래 같이 일한 사이일걸요. 식소의 위치를 정확하게는 모르겠지만 대충 짐작은 하고 있을 거예요. 잘 찾아오셨네요.
How did Liverin end up working with Sixo?
흔한 얘기예요. 대량의 로봇들이 운송 업무에 투입되어서 패스파인더 스쿼드는 이를 잃은 상태가 되었어요. 잉그리드님이 이리저리 알아봐 주셨지만 마땅한 곳이 없었죠. 그래서 그냥 근근히 먹고만 살았어요. 아니, 되게 힘들게 살았어요. 제가 동생이 하나 있었거든요. 리버린이랑 저 동생은 집을 합쳤어요. 돈이 너무 없었으니까. 저랑 리버린은 일이 없지. 동생은 뭐가 잘못됐는지 사고만 치고 다니지. 정말 힘들었어요. 그때 서비스업을 선택한 것도 그때였고요. 그러다가 동생이 크게 사고를 쳐서 큰 돈을 몰아줘야 할 상황이 생겼는데 리버린이 며칠 동안 보이지 않더니 엄청 큰 돈을 가지고 왔어요.
Right.
아마 그때부터 식소에 운반책을 했을 거라 생각해요.
Yeah.
어쨌든 동생의 일은 수습했어요. 그 후 리버리는 계속 밖에서 보내는 시간이 길어졌죠. 돈도 엄청 벌고 집을 옮기고 가구들을 샀어요. 옷도 많이 사고 좋은 음식도 많이 사고. 리버리는 그때 불법 물품들을 운송하고 있었어요. 블랙넷에서 구입한 위험한 물건들을 리버린이 배달해주는 거였죠. 방주의 길을 다 알고 있던 리버린은 애닉에게 걸리지도 않았어요. 잘했죠. 불법이라는 문제가 있었지만 엄청 벌었어요. 세상이 바뀐 것 같았죠. 저는 리버린이 떳떳한 일을 하지 않는다는 걸 알고 있었는데 별말 하지 않았어요. 리버린이 너무 좋아했거든요.
No, she is not
들어올
happy.
때 양손 한가득 음식을 들고 올 때 그 표정을 잊지 못해요. 일은 힘들었겠죠. 정상적인 일이 아니었을 테니까. 그 힘든 걸 우리가 좋아하는 모습을 보면서 견뎠던 것 같았거든요. 그래서 아무 말 못했어요. 그렇게 계속 지내다가 동생이 죽어버렸어요. 위험한 물건들의 소유권을 두고 소규모 조직들이 부딪혔고 거기에 휘말려서 죽었어요. 리버린은 자책했어요. 저는 리버린을 원망했고요. 애초에 그런 물건이 그쪽으로 넘어가지만 않았어도 문제가 생길 일은 없었을 테니까요. 다시 돌아올 때까지 시간이 좀 많이 걸렸어요. 리버린은 식스와의 거래를 완전히 끊고 다시 저와 서비스업에 집중하기 시작했죠. 그러다가 갑자기 지휘관님의 지상 탐색 임무에 지원한 거고요. 지금까지 해왔던 불법적인 일들을 잉그리드님한테 얘기해버릴 거라고 식스오가 협박하는 바람에 그 후로 여기까지 흘러온 거죠.
리버린을 만나면 어떻게 할 거야?
식스오의 위치에 대해 전해들은 다음... 글쎄요. 아직 생각해본 적 없어요.
Let's get going.
앞으로 조금만 더 가면 돼요.
So it's back to their old
리버린은
house then.
아마 저희가 모여 살았던
Yep.
첫 집에 있을 거예요. 빈민촌이라 애닉의 눈이 닿지 않는 곳이 여럿 있거든요. 안내할게요.
You know, this is a lot. This chapter alone has a lot of different kinds of story. In a way. Well, the previous chapter is just literally giving Neon's backstory, and then the kind of like the bridge into what she will become later on when she got the upgrade and everything. And then this chapter, we got so much. I guess in a way it's kind of like the summary, because I do feel like in certain parts they do kind of speed it up, which is fine, by the way. Instead of like, retelling the story again from the beginning, or not the beginning, but like, like a flashback, I guess, in a way. Just like in anime, you have like 24 minutes episode in a 24 minutes on an episode, and like 4 minutes of them, give or take, is already taken by opening and ending, and then there is usually a recap of last episode that's already costing another 5 minutes, so you are ended up with only 17 minutes of story. And not to mention, in those 17-minute new content, is sometimes there's still a chunks of backstory, so you ended up with only like 15 minutes, 13 minutes of maybe even worse, it's 10 minutes of new stuff. Instead of that, we just kind of like skip over because we already knew about this. And then if you need some refreshment, you can just go back into the archive to just rewatch the whole scene anyway. So it's so that's good. So you can just gotta keep going with the story, just go instead of like stop and then going back a little bit and then wait over there for a couple minutes. So yeah, we just go. So that's a lot to cover, to be honest. Since the beginning, it was from the counters going into Eden, and then over there they just explained it, what just happened, like a full Goddess Fall event being explained in one episode, basically. And then immediately moved back, and then we met Snow White on the way, going back to the Ark, and we share a little bit more story about it, so we kind of get a closure on that regards as well, which is a couple episodes. And then while we're here, we report to the Anderson and everything, and then we got to Birmingham, about the plan that we are going to do, and then we're dealing with 6-0. And then now we're here, trying to handle 6-0. And then now we're here now again, trying to find Liverin. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's just... in this chapter alone, it's like, there's so many plot points. There's so many plot points that's just kind of getting sped up in a way that... I guess this is, in a way, this chapter is like the commander catching up to the event of the world while he's still busy dealing with other things. And then this is now like the continuation, like now this is our mission back again, so yeah, anyway, nobody cares. Liverin hugs her knees, staring blankly into space. After a moment, she turns her head toward one corner of the room. Non-perishable rations are stacked high there, enough to last for at least 2 years. A satisfied smile spread across her face and she nods.
괜찮아. 이렇게 있으면 돼. 여기서 이렇게 있으면 모든 상황이 다 정리되겠지. 그때 나가자. 나가서 프레자일도 만나고 해머리님한테 사과도 하고 그러면 되겠다. 시간이 많이 지났을 테니까 다 괜찮아진 상태일 거야. 그럴 거야. 식소도 짓고 없겠지? 그러면 나를 괴롭히는 것도 없어진 상태일 테고 시간이 오래 지났으니까 다들 날 용서해 줄 거야.
I have a feeling that Sixo not going to be dead. It's still going to be a thorn on our side, but at least like the big major dealing with Sixo right now to like at the very least reduce her power a lot is going to be here. Like I don't think it's Legion. There we go. And now for some reason now I remember Legion. We are not one, but we are many, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, anyway, yeah, because we kind of have an inkling that 6-0 might be multiple of them. There are way too many of them. Could potentially be. Who knows? So we are doing an all-out mission right now to take down 6-0, but the remnant of 6-0 is still going to be exist somewhere, and then she's going to be rebuilding herself and yada yada yada. And then we have to deal with 6-0 again later down the road, and then taking care of it for good with Anik help or something like that. Because at this point, I feel like only Anik can deal with 6-0 completely. Us can't really do anything about it. So yeah.
빨리 시간이 흘렀으면 좋겠다.
Yeah, the guilt is painful. Liverin stares blankly into space again. The sound of footsteps reaches her ears. She goes still, barely breathing. After a moment, the footsteps fade into the distance.
여전히 방음이 엉망이구나.
Oh. The door bursts open. Startled, Liverin leaps to her feet and stumbles backward. In the darkness beyond the doorway, she sees a face she absolutely does not want to see. Oh god. Calm down. Fragile lunges at Liverin, knocking her to the ground and straddling her. With no warning, Fragile starts throwing wild punches. Trapped beneath her, Liverin throws up both arms to protect herself. Hold up, calm down. I know. Rabi, Anis, calm down. Just hold on. Rabi and Anis rush in, yanking Fragile away from Liverin. Just calm down, hold on. Wait, hold on. I know, I mean, it's understandable. Understandable. Just calm down, everybody. Everybody calm down. Liverin slaps herself across the cheek. Just calm down, Liverin, calm down.
네가 알려준 거야? 그래, 내가 알려줬어. 내가 너 갱생관에 꼭 집어넣고 말 테니까. 평생 거기에 갇혀서 못 나오게 해버릴 테니까. 아니야, 포레자이. 나는 피해자야. 식수호가 시켜서 어쩔 수 없었다고.
We get it.
뭘 어쩔 수 없었는데? 도대체 뭔 짓거리 하고 다녔길래 아직까지 그게 네 목줄을 쥐고 있냐고! 나는 그게... 리버린, 똑바로 말해. 버벅거리지 말고 똑바로 말하란 말이야.
You two should calm down first. I stand before Liverin. We're going to catch Shixo. You know where she is, right? Tell us.
몰라요. 실제로 본 적은 한 번도 없...
식소는 AI야. 메인 하드웨어가 있을 테고 우린 그것의 위치를 알고 싶어. 짐작가는 곳이 아예 없어?
AI라고요? 식스호가?
그래,
사람일 텐데요?
아니야.
AI가 왜 저한테 그런...
Liverin, we have no time for that. Do you have any idea where 6O's core hardware is?
있는 것 같아요. 초반에 의뢰를 받을 때 항상 만나던 장소가 있었거든요.
Sorry. Pressing the wrong button. You know, the realization hits now that she's just an AI. She's literally a code. You know, she can't really do anything to you. Now that the realization hits, it's like, huh, all this time, all these years, crazy. But yeah, well, you know, she's scared out of her mind and getting threatened also. So the situation is not looking good either. So there's so many variables that kind of adds up, and then 6O just came sliding real nice and real smooth, like, hey, I can give you some money, hey, but you need to do this for me, hey. So yeah.
만난 건 아니지만 의뢰는 항상 같은 장소에서 받았었어요. 모니터에 나오는 글자로. 어느 정도 시간이 지난 후에는 핸드폰으로...
오고 가는 것 자체가 리스크라고 판단한 걸까?
그것도 학습했겠지.
그렇다면 처음 거기가 메인 하드웨어가 있는 곳일 확률이 높겠네.
아주 높아.
Lead the way. You remember where it is, right?
기억해요. 기억하는데... 지휘관님, 지금 되게 권력 많이 가지고 계시죠? 너 지금 무슨 소리라는 거야? 그럼 있잖아요. 이번에 식스호를 잡는데 제가 협력하면 제가 예전에 했던 일들 모두 없던 일로 해주실 수 있나요? 잉그리드님한테도 잘 좀 말씀해 주시고, 그리고 애닉한테도 어떻게 좀 다 없던 일로 하면 처음으로 돌아갈 수 있을 것 같거든요. 그러면 저도 제대로 살아볼 수 있을 것 같... 못 돌아가. 못 돌아간다고, 리버린! 왜 그런 말을 하는 거야? 돌아갈 기회는 얼마든지 있었어. 그런데 너 그 기회가 왔을 때마다 선택하면 안 되는 선택지만 골랐잖아. 두 갈래 세 갈래 길에서 절대 가지 말라고 표시해놓은 길만 골라갔잖아. 그래서
She
이렇게
chose
된
the
거야.
bad ending.
네가 걸어온 길들을 봐. 엉망진창이야. 역겨워. 쓰레기 같다고. 이걸 한 번에 되돌리고 싶다고? 양심이 없어도 정도가 있어야지. 그리고 이것들.
Fragile knocks over the rations piled in the corner of the room.
여기 짱 박혀 있으면 뭐 상황이 알아서 해결될 것 같았어? 그럴 리가 없잖아. 제정신이 아니야 너.
Yeah, consequences of your actions, man. It will still happen whether you like it or not.
그냥 벌을 받아, 리버린. 그거 말고 네가 선택할 수 있는 길은 없어. 나는 벌 받기 싫어. 내가 뭘 그렇게 잘못했는데? 나 그냥 열심히 산 죄밖에 없잖아. 너도 알잖아, 포레자이. 우리 같은 사람이 사람답게 살려면 그런 위험한 일을 할 수밖에 없었다는 거 알잖아. 그래서 넓은 집으로 가고 맛있는 것도 먹고 다 했잖아. 어쩔 수가 없었다고. 리버린.
In a way, you kind of do. You know, after a while, you kind of get after you got some decent amount of money, you could have just stopped, because you did stop, but somehow you get back to it again. That's the problem, you know? That's the problem. If you stop right there and then, great. You know, at least you stop. even though the past already, all the things that bad things already happened, but you know, not really it is what it is, but like at least you stop dealing with this in this same path. At least you took a different turn, took a different path, and a better path, potentially, hopefully. But instead of you do that, you kind of stick, somehow you just revert back to the old path again. So that's the only problem here, Liverin.
내가 가장 행복했을 때가 언젠지 알아? 여기에 이 좁은 단칸방에서 셋이서 부대끼며 살았을 때가 제일 좋았어. 앞길은 불안하기만 했었어도 나아질 거란 희망이 있었고, 또 실제로도 아주 조금씩이지만 나아지고 있었으니까. 네가 가져온 그 더러운 돈만 아니었다면 우린 계속... 헛소리하지 마! 너도 좋아했잖아. 내가 가져온 것들로 배불리 먹고 좋은 옷 입었잖아. 그랬잖아. 난 한 번도 네 그 더러운 돈으로 사온 음식 먹은 적도 없고, 네가 사온 옷도 입은 적 없어. 네가 지금 입고 있는 옷은 뭔데? 그거 내가 사준 거잖아. 이건 네가 처음 받은 월급으로 선물해 준 거잖아. 이 멍청아, 같이 골랐잖아. 기억도 안 나는구나. 너 자꾸 이유가 있었다는 둥 어쨌다는 둥 변명하며 피해자인 척하는데, 네가 원한 거야. 네가 마음속 깊은 곳에서 원해서 한 진실된 일이었다고. 협조하고 벌을 받아, 리버린. 싫어. 벌 받기 싫어. 지휘관님, 리버린의 뇌를 꺼내서 스캔하는 게 좋겠어요. 스캔이 끝난 뇌는 지상에 올라가서 야생동물 먹이로 던져주시고요.
Dang.
썩어 빠져서 먹을지는 모르겠지만.
Liverin, are you scared of Sixo or of getting punished?
둘 다요.
We will no doubt catch Sixo. So if you're gonna pick a side, you might as well go with a stronger team. Sixo cannot do anything for you, but I can.
어떡해.
If you cooperate this time, I'll ask for leniency. I'll try to stop your exile and memory wipe, but anything beyond that is out of my hands.
더는 안 되나요?
Liverin, you've killed and hurt so many people in the Ark, and you almost ruined Hammering and Dreely's lives. You nearly destroyed the lives of those two kind, hardworking people just to keep yourself safe. Those completely innocent people who showed you nothing but kindness almost lost everything because of you. Isn't it enough that you've already ruined your life and Fragile's?
우리 삶은 망치지 않았다.
Yes, they are. Look closely. There's no going back now. It will take way more time to fix it. Don't let yourself sink any further. If you do, there is no getting out.
협조할게요. 꼭 잘 말해주셔야 해요.
I will try my best. I'll do my best.
이번엔 도망가지 마. 절대로. 알았어. 그럼 지휘관님, 뒷일은 잘 부탁드릴게요. 같이 안 가? 자택연금 중이니까. 그리고 혹시라도 네가 거기서 또 배신하거나 도망치면 내가 그 자리에서 죽어버릴 것 같아서 그래. 또 봬요, 지휘관님. 그리고 카운터스 분들.
Deep breath, everybody. Whew. I don't really make a lot of comments between Fragile and Liverin exchanges there, because it feels like it's just there. It's them. It's them trying to close things out in a way. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like it's not really my place to make a comment or remark between them until it's finally finished at the end, you know? Man, that is just rough. Yeah, we got so much, dude. Holy, we got so much. Well, how many story we got this time around? The Eden part we already knew. Snow White we already knew as well. And then probably Birmingham one is the one that kind of like, wow, okay. That's kind of surprising. And then right after that, we go over to the Underworld Queen. Yeah, actually I guess what I'm trying to say is the closure-ish in a way. You know what I mean? Because all this time we've kind of built around this and that, like Rapi Red Hood with Snow White first. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know why I go over all the way to Eden. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like we have all of these things that needs to be meet somehow, somewhere. You know, they need to meet, and then getting a either reaction or just anything, you know, like a closure. Like at least with Snow White, it is kind of like a proper closure. Like, oh, there you are again. You know, I really miss you. And then seeing the video as well is like, oh, you know, it's like, okay. So I know you're already gone, but. And I already come to terms that you're already gone, but like, you know, I think her response was like, there you are. You know, it's like, oh, I finally meet you again. It's been a while. So at least it's kind of like a closure in a way, and then seeing the weapons as well too. So like another closure is like, oh, okay. So in a way, Snow White realized that, yeah, I fulfill my promise in a way, you know, like I built a weapon that she asked for, and Red Hood is still there in Rapi. So so Red Hood is indirectly using her weapon, her requested weapon, that's made by Snow White, you know. So that's a good closure. And then over here, I guess Fragiles and Liverin too get another closure, because finally they can able to like let things all out, essentially. And yeah, this is, man, I wasn't to be honest. To be honest, I'm kind of glad that we get a little bit of a internet connection issue earlier, because I didn't even realize that this chapter alone took me this long. Like what? Currently 4 hours in, and I don't want it to finish. I do not want it to finish, because I know for soon a couple more episodes we're done with this. So yeah, let's see. Deputy Chief's room. In Deputy Chief Doban's office. Oh. Well, Doban. Let me talk to you.
미리 말해놓지만 헛소리를 하는 순간 벌집이 될 줄 알아라.
무섭네, 우리 부사령관님.
저희는 얘기를 하러 온 것이니 부하들은 물러주는 게 좋지 않을까요?
Doban's gaze sweeps over the mass-produced NIKKEs that nearly fill the room.
니놈들이 무슨 짓을 할지 모르니 나도 보험을 들어야지. 부사령관에게 총을 들이댄 전적이 있으니 말이야.
괜찮으시겠습니까? 민감한 주제를 얘기할 예정이라 그것이 부하들 귀에 들어가서 좋을 게 없을 텐데요.
걱정해줘서 고맙군. 이것들은 그냥 장식이다. 그렇게 생각해도 좋다.
정 그러시다면요.
Okay.
미스트 얘기를 하러 왔습니다.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
일단 이것부터 같이 보실.
잠깐. 너희들 모두 나가 있어라.
The mass-produced NIKKEs hesitate for a moment, then make their way out of the room.
네 방에 있는 장식은 걸어 다닐 줄도 아나 봐.
I know, right? It's very advanced.
니놈들 뭐 하는 짓거리냐?
짐작 가는 게 있는 모양이시군요. 그럼 리스트는 굳이 보여드리지 않겠습니다. 당신의 부하들 중 상당수가 미스트를 구입한 내역이 있더군요. 상사를
Wonder
잘
why.
든 덕에 인생이 시시했나 봐.
처음 듣는 얘기군.
그럼 이 기회에 들어두시면 좋겠지요. 당신의 부하들 중 일부, 아니 상당수가 미스트를 구입한 내역이 있습니다. 그것도 한두 번이 아닌지라 상습적으로 사용하고 있는 상태라고
Ooh, well then.
확정했습니다. 미스트를 사용한 군 관계자가 어떤 취급을 받을지 굳이 제 입으로 말씀드릴 필요는 없겠지요.
Mm-hmm.
나는 모르는 일이다.
Sure.
아, 그러시군요. 그럼 저희 언더월드 퀸이 독단적으로 조사한 후 사실 여부를 중앙정부 수뇌부에 보고드려도 되겠습니까?
Oh.
혹은 언론에 전달한다던가.
Oh, you choose.
니놈들
You choose.
나를 협박할 셈인가?
It's not a
그럴
threat.
리가요. 당연하지. 입장을 좀 맞추는 게 좋다고 생각합니다만. 아,
Exactly.
미안. 협박하는 거.
It's not a
아니야.
threat. Doban slams his fist on the table.
이 빌어먹을 놈들이 감히 방주의 부사령관을 협박하다니.
We told you.
싶어 환장한 모양이군.
We told you it's not a
그래,
threat.
무슨 죄를 씌워줄까? 반역죄, 내통죄, 말만 해라.
진정하시지요. 저희는 거래를 하러 왔습니다. 지금 이 순간부터 당신의 그 부하들에게서 모든 권한을 빼앗아 주시지요. 무슨 일이 일어나든 아무것도 할 수 없도록 휴가를 쓰게 하는 것도 좋은 방법이겠지요. 기간은 그렇군요. 3일 정도면 충분하겠습니다. 너무 짧지 않아? 한 일주일은 쉬어줘야 걔들도 좋아할 것 아니야.
Right?
군께서 참여했지요. 3일도 많다고 생각합니다만. 뭐 그건 그렇지. 미스트라면 충분하겠지.
I mean, come on now.
뭐 하는 짓이냐 대체? 내 부하들은 우수하다. 3일 동안 아무것도 하지 말라는 건 무슨 의도냐? 그 시간 동안 방주에서 난동이라도 부릴 생각인가?
당신의 부하들 중 미스트를 사용하는 이들은 식소에 준비된 꼭두각시나 다름없습니다. 방주에서 중책을 맡고 있는 이들이 뒷골목 무렵의 꼭두각시라니 말도 안 되지요. 너도 모르진 않을 거다냐. 애들 상태가 예전 같지만은 않았을걸? 하지만 권력 체제가 복잡하게 엮여 있어 함부로 쳐내지도 못했을 테지요. 꼭두각시의 머리를 친다면 원복될 수 있을 겁니다. 그 3일 동안 저희가 그걸 해결하겠습니다.
We are sweeping it out, dude. Literally.
식스오를 잡겠다는 건가? 헛소리를 하는군. 그건 잡을 수 없다.
Well, not until now. You don't have me. I'm just saying. We are literally big operation. Bring down 6-0. We are sweeping everything. Literal everything that connects to 6-0. But I do still have a feeling that it's 6-0 Mike still alive after we're done with this. Unless somehow Anik what do you call it? Able to do something right now as well as we confront 6-0. Then the story might change. But if Anik still doesn't do anything after we confront 6-0 and bring down 6-0, then yeah, it might not be happening. She's probably respawned somewhere or already have her consciousness transferred somewhere. Either that or some piece of her is somewhere already That's a lot more safer. Yo, Exile, what's up, what's up? You're very well excused. How you doing, how you doing?
저희가 해결한다고 말씀드렸습니다.
Exactly, you don't need to know.
3일 동안 그들에게 권한을 빼앗고 그 이후에 있을 이득을 온전히 누리시면 되겠습니다.
Wait, is this her ploy to like, in a way, it's kind of like opening the rat cage to see where they are running towards? Because most of the military personnel under Doban are under influence of mist anyway, and we all know that if they are under influence of mist and they become addicts, and they kind of will go towards the sources to get some, so if they strip all of these what do you call it, authority, meaning that they just become a normal human, normal people, not in a military anymore, not in a uniform and everything. It's just normal human, normal civilians in a way. They will go after the sources where they get the mist from, and they will stay there most of the time, mostly. And then they can just then these two will just trace back. Yeah, I got you now. That's what I was thinking now. Man, big brain.
무슨 의도지?
식스오는 현재 방주에 대규모의 테러를 준비하고 있으며 실행날 꼭두각시가 된 당신들의 부하들을 이용해 수습에 혼란을 줄 예정입니다. 그것을 방지하자는 의도지요.
니놈들이 얻는 것이 너무 없군. 속셈을 말해라.
당신같이 이득으로만 움직이는 자들이 있는 반면 이득 없이 움직이는 자들도 있다는 걸 알아두시지요.
깡패 자식들이 잘도 짓거리는군.
Says you.
약속해 주신다면 3일 뒤 이 리스트를 넘겨드리겠습니다. 지금 이 자리에서 결정해 주시지요.
좋다. 그렇게 하지.
감사합니다. 로산나, 확인을. 어디 보자. 아, 제대로 녹화됐네.
우와.
그럼 가보겠습니다. 손님이 왔는데 차 한잔 안 내주는 부사령관님의 씀씀이 잘 확인하고 갑니다.
I'll see how it is. Sakura and Rosanna leave the room. Doban rises from his seat, staring blankly into space. Got him! Then he grabs whatever is within reach and hurls it, smashing it to smithereens.
빌어먹을!
Got him!
뒷골목 깡패 자식들이 나를!
We got the tapes. So if you want to say anything else, we got the tapes. So got him.
이대로는 안 돼. 입지가 점점 좁아진다.
I mean, that's your fault.
어떻게든 큰 공을 세우지 않으면 어떻게든.
Oh boy. Oh lord. This is not going to end well. Oh boy. Now imagine if he's immediately contacting 6-0 and then telling all this thing that happens, that there are people are trying to bring you down and yada yada. I can see that happening. But I don't know. We'll see. Next. Okay, we're back to Moran and Sugar. Black Typhoon carrying Sugar and Moran races through the outer rim.
뭐야 너? 뭐 하는 짓인데?
6-5의 본거지로 추정되는 곳을 찾았어.
Oh.
뭐?
지금 그쪽으로 가는 중이고 조금이라도 눈치를 늦게 채면 좋을 것 같아서 연기 좀 했지. 어때? 여우주연상급 아니었어?
어떻게 찾은 건데?
미스트 생산 지역에 보호 의뢰를 계속할 생각이 없냐고 6-5에게 연락이 왔었어. 뒤도 돌아볼 것 없이 그냥 무시하려고 했는데 호랑이를 잡으려면 호랑이 굴에 들어가야 한다는 말이 떠올랐지.
Right.
그래서 한다고 했어. 열심히
Okay.
했고 나는 그 녀석이 인간이나 니케가 아닐 거라고 생각했어. 동시에 23군데나 되는 곳에 각자 다른 명령을 내리는 걸 보고 확신했지.
Mm.
인간이란 니케가 아니면 뭐겠어? 전자인간 뭐 이런 거일 게 뻔하잖아.
전자인간?
실체를 아무도 못 봤다는 게 의심을 더 해주기도 했고. 그래서 미스트 생산 지역 23군데의 모든 전선을 조사했어. 전자인간이라면 전선으로 다닐 게 당연하니까.
일리 있어.
Sugar
아웃도리는
sharp.
전선은 엉망이야. 마구잡이로 엉켜 있고 어디서 시작되고 어디서
Right.
끝나는지 몰라. 그래도 찾아봤어. 만약 23군데의 미스트 생산 장소에 있던 전선 중 한 가닥씩이라도 한 곳으로 모여 있다면 그곳에 6호가 있을 것이라고 믿었으니까.
Wow. So,
몰래
oh
땅도
my god.
조금씩 파보고 아무튼 계속 찾아봤어.
So she literally did the B triangular thing. So like if you release bees on a different spot, on a different spot, they will fly back. They will find a way to go back to their beehives again, and then you can triangulate those coordinates to find the location. That's a fun fact for you. If there something about bees, you know what I'm saying? Wow, sugar. Okay.
보호 일을 하면서 말이야.
그래서 찾은 거야?
찾았어. 23군데의 미스트 생산 지역마다 딱 한 가닥씩의 전선들이 한 곳을 향해 이어지고 있었어. 우리가 가는 곳은 지금 그곳인 거고. 근데 가까이 가보는 건 이번이 처음이야. 들킬 수도 있었으니까. 혼자 가긴 무서워서 널 데려왔어.
혼자보단 둘이 낫겠지. 그래도 난 아직 네가 한 짓을 용서 못해.
그래, 그건 미안하게 생각해. 정말 미안하다. 함부로 의심해서. 모란회가 그렇게 된 것, 내 책임이 커. 그것도 미안해. 그래도 난
See?
어쩔 수 없이 그 일을 택한 사람들이 있다면 그 사람들을 도와줄 거야. 앞으로도 계속.
It's now it's another closure. Now we got 3 different closure in this chapter alone. Oh my god, dude. I know we have so many loose ends. So many loose ends. But now the fact that we got 3 different closures in this chapter alone is already... Wow, we've been through a lot, huh? It makes me realize that we've been through a lot, huh?
스스로가 선택하지 않았는데 오물에 빠진 이가 있다면 그걸 건져줄 사람도 필요하다고 생각해.
그게 잘못된 일인지 몰랐다면 그렇게 해주는 게 맞아. 하지만 알고도 그런 녀석이 있다면 나도 같은 선택을 할 거야.
그래. 그런 의미에서 6호는 반드시 잡아야 해. 오물을 만드는 녀석이니까. 그리고 간절한 사람들을 거기에 아무렇지도 않게 빠뜨리지. 없애버려야 해. 해결사는 청소 의뢰도 받거든.
그럼 이번 의뢰는 누가 했는데?
해결사는 가끔 자원봉사도 해.
Okay.
멋지네, 해결사.
이 앞은 터널이야. 본거지가 있기에 딱 알맞은 곳이네.
좋아, 계속 가보자.
Like Typhoon tears ahead even faster. So okay, at
뭔가 더운 느낌인데?
don't like where this is going, but I guess at the end we will end it up with what? Counters plus Liverin, Sugar and Moran. But that's 6. Usually there's only 5. I mean, sometimes there's more, but who will go here? Because Sakura and Rosanna is doing the widespread, you know, doing the fishnets. You know, they just circle around just to try to sweep everything and get the edges clean up. And then from there, they just kind of like lure everything closer and closer like a birdcage, you know, just lure closer and closer, and then they just dissolve everything. That's what she did. That's what both of them are doing right now. Doing a wide berth. of search, while the rest of these people are just going straight into it, going to the head honchos, the main source of everything. So yeah, but this Moran mentioned this. I do not like where this is going.
온도가 확 올라갔어.
여기 아닌 것 아니야? 보초고 뭐고 아무것도 없잖아.
그렇게 주도면밀한 녀석이라면 이런 중요한 곳에 사람을 쓰진 않았을 거야. 어디로 어떻게 새어나갈지 모를 테니까.
잠깐. 메시지가 엄청 오는데? 진 녀석 쪽에 뭔가 문제가 생긴 것 같아.
받지 마. 나한테도 오고 있으니까.
뭐가? 메시지가?
그래. 651게 분명해.
우와.
여기가 정답이라는 얘기야.
확인해보는 게 낫지 않을까? 그래도
아니, 보나마나 협박을 할 거야. 우리가 서로 싸우거나 물러나게끔.
나는 이제 괜찮아.
보지 마. 어떤 내용일지 모르잖아. 반응하지 않으면 못 견디는 내용일 거야. 6호는 그게 특기인 녀석이니까. 그러니 이대로 계속 간다.
강단 있네, 너.
그랬으니까 너랑 싸웠지.
She's not wrong. Black Typhoon barrels through the tunnel. Wind whipping past, Moran feels the heat rising, pressing against her skin. Rows of monitors line the walls. Their screens flashing with endless streams of letters, but she cannot make out a single one at this speed. Just then, a second bike rumbles from behind. Moran twists her head to
뭐야?
look.
누가 쫓아오는데?
6호의 수하나 뭐 이런 거겠지.
빨라. 곧 따라잡힐 것 같은데.
Oh, Black Typhoon is ready to go.
없지.
Black Typhoon is ready to go. Black Typhoon accelerates, gaining speed. The bike behind keeps pace, engines roaring in pursuit. As the scenery flashes by in streaks, Moran catches sight of something in the distance. A huge yet outdated computer standing tall amidst the chaos.
컴퓨터가 있어.
전자인간의 집일 게 분명하겠네.
그럼 저게 식소라는 거지?
아마도
Potentially.
너 컴퓨터 잘해?
게임 정도는 할 줄 알아.
컴퓨터면 그 막 해킹하고 그래야 되는 거 아니야? 우리가 저걸 어떻게...
The pursuing bike roars as Logi sprays bullet. Oh! Yes, I remember. That's her. Right. A shot hits Black Typhoon's rear, ripping a hole straight through the metal frame.
대구경이다. 저 녀석 니케야.
이거 안 좋은데? 점점 따라붙잖아. 좋은 바이크를 타는 모양이야. 물론 우리 블랙 타이푼이 훨씬 좋지만.
어떡할 거야? 앞에는 컴퓨터가 있고 저건 계속 따라온다고.
같이 고민해볼까?
야, 너 이렇게 대책 없이...
아니야, 목단. 어쨌든 전자인간의 집이 있는 것까진 봤잖아. 과감하게 움직이지 않았다면 여기까지 오지도 못했어. 괜찮아?
She got hit.
괜찮아. 등짝에 맞았으니까. 들이박자. 저 컴퓨터 들이박아서 부숴버리자. 뭔지 모르겠지만 이러는 걸 보니 중요한 거겠지.
I don't know if this is a good idea. Because if we did break the main computer, we haven't... I don't think we've taken care of everything, every single production facility either. Last time we know it's only like 5 of them. I mean, granted, at this point, let's just say they already got another like 2, 3, maybe another 5. But that's still 13 left. So if we break this, the main source, isn't it become harder to track her down? Even though we do have the coordinates for every facilities, but at that moment, at that point, she probably already able to like make a more split decision, like, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, to save herself, because it's AI anyway, so it's like really quick, you know. So I don't know.
네 말대로 과감하게 가보자고.
좋아, 완벽한 작전이야.
The pursuing bike surges closer as Logi opens fire. Gunshots tear through the air, the muzzle fixed on Black Typhoon's engine.
이게 어디 건방지게!
Moran leaps off Black Typhoon. Suspended in midair, she swings her fist at Logi. A shot rings out, Logi fires the bullet, screaming straight toward Moran's punch. Her fist shatters the round. Dang! And drives into Logi's face. Dang! The two collide in a tangle of bodies and metal, and Logi's bike spins out, skidding across— oh, the heck, that was quick. Skidding across the ground. Sugar glances back. The distance between her and the fallen pair quickly grows. Then Moran pushes herself up, and gives Sugar a quick wave. Sugar smirks slightly and cranks the throttle wide open. I feel like I've seen this before. This too. Like this is probably from the others from yesterday. The eye thingy. But they just added it out, like adding the glitch effect and then, you know. But I could have swore I've seen this and this before. Like this one is, well, it's someone else's mouse. The old computer's monitor looms closer and closer. At the last second, words flash across the screen. I'll make you regret ever being
뭐 하는
alive.
거야? 말로 해.
A thunderous roar shakes the tunnel.
이런 곳이 있었을 줄이야.
엄청 이상한 루트로 왔었지.
딱 사람 하나 들어갈 만한 구멍 안으로 들어갔다가 기었다가 아무튼 험난했어. 그러다가 갑자기 터널이 짠 하고 나왔고.
Seeing how well it's hidden, it seems like we are in the right place.
맞아요. 이 앞으로 조금만 더 가면 낡은 컴퓨터가 있는데 거기서 항상 의뢰받았어요.
So this is the main sources. The main sources. The one that Sugar found is like the main source, but what's the word? It's kind of like the second base. So like if that's got find out, she's still safe down here in a way. But well, we found both of them, so now she doesn't really have anywhere else to go. Or so we say. I still have some suspicion that somehow she will be back.
좋아, 계속하자.
그런데 보초나 뭐 이런 게 너무 없는 거 아니야?
Also, I need—
보통 보스룸이면 그런 거 있잖아.
girl, stop. Also, can we say 07 Black Typhoon? But I mean, Black Typhoon is Sugar, so I don't think Black Typhoon is dead or end, you know. Somehow Black Typhoon will be back, you know. Don't worry. But 07 Black Typhoon.
항상 이랬었어요. 보초를 세워놓는 것 자체가 리스크라고.
아이고, 의심병 하나는 진짜 보스급이네.
그렇게 해와서 이렇게까지 할 수 있었던 거겠죠.
Yep.
자율방어 병기 같은 건?
없어요. 전력을 너무 먹고 그런 게 있으면 의심받기 좋다고 했었어요.
꽤나 친한 것 같아 보이네.
친하지 않아요. 그냥 오랫동안 일을 했을 뿐이에요.
궁금해할까봐 말해놓을게. 해머링의 머리는 제대로 전달했어. 이 두 크리스탈을 모두 떼어내는데 성공했고 조만간 새로운 바디를 받을 거야. 무사하다는 얘기야.
그렇군요. 지휘관님, 혹시 있잖아요. 나중에 해머링님과 만나게 해줄 수 있나요? 사과하고 싶거든요.
It should be fine if she wants to meet.
예.
계속 그렇게 해.
예?
계속 그렇게 잘못을 뉘우치고 너한테 피해를 입은 사람들에게 사과해.
That's the
우리가
first
할 수 있는
step.
일은 그것밖에 없어.
Yep.
용서해주지 않으면요.
Because at least if you do that, at the very least you will release all this burden. At the very least, you know, you get it off your shoulder, you get it off your chest. You know, it's not going back. You know, the thing that you did is not going to return. Consequences, you still have to take your consequences, essentially. But at the very least, you get a proper closure just for yourself, you know, instead of like, because all this time you've been dealing with it for yourself and thinking that if I go on for long enough, people will be okay, and then it's just like just putting burden more and more without getting a proper closure, you know. Again, I talk about a lot of closure this time around because it literally is. There's so many closure this time. There's too many closure this time around. So yeah, even if they don't forgive you, that's one of, you know, that's the consequences of your action. They don't forgive you, and they don't really want to be friends with you. That's something that you kind of have to accept, you know. But yeah, it's
그래도 계속해. 용서할지 말지는 피해자가 정하는 거니까.
exactly.
평생 그렇게 살 수는 없잖아요.
평생 그렇게 살아야 해.
그래서 EH님은 용서 받았나요?
아니,
그럼 평생 그렇게 용서를 빌며 살겠네요.
응.
무슨 의미가 있는 거예요?
몰라. 그래도 그렇게 해야 해.
용서는 어떻게 받는데요?
그것도 몰라.
다들 정지. 막혀 있어.
Liverin takes off running. I look ahead. A solid wall towers in front of me. The old computer Liverin mentioned isn't anywhere in sight. There's absolutely nothing here. Liverin, don't tell me you...
아니에요. 진짜 여기 있었어요. 옮겼나 설마? 제가 다시 찾아볼게요. 찾을 수 있어요.
지휘관, 이런 말씀 드리고 싶진 않지만 리버리는 시간을 끌고 있는 것일지도 모릅니다.
시간을... 아닌데. 진짜 아니에요.
Liverin, if you really did this, if you really are stalling... 와...
잠깐. 바이크 소리?
Oh, okay, so it happens at the same time then.
다들 문에서 떨어져.
At each yell, everyone moves instinctively. The wall flies apart in the explosion. Sugar and Black Typhoon burst out of the flames and dust. Sugar rolls across the floor, then lies still. Our eyes dart back and forth from the shattered wall to Sugar.
뭐야? 뭔데 이거?
Sugar! I dash to Sugar, who shifts her gaze to look at me.
파트너,
What on earth happened?
내 자켓 주머니에 있는 것 꼭 지켜줘.
I quickly rummage through Sugar's jacket pocket and find a small note folded twice.
부탁해.
Sugar stares straight at me. I hastily open the note. Sugar's coffee recipe: 1 spoon of coffee, 12 spoons of sugar. Does this even count as a recipe?
레시피 맞아. 비전의 레시피.
I feel like this is a code, no? There's gotta be a code. Get some rest.
조금만 쉴게.
Sugar closes her eyes. She looks as though she is sleeping peacefully, yet there's not a single part of her that's unhurt. At that moment, someone bursts through the smoke. Moran? Yep.
너 임마 괜찮냐? 어? 뭐야? 너희들이 왜 여기?
지휘관님, 여기요. 이게 식스호의 컴퓨터예요. 부서졌지만요.
What the
잠시
heck?
실례하겠습니다. 블랙넷이 셧다운되었습니다.
What?
당신과 관련이 있을 것 같아 연락드렸습니다.
Okay. Wow, this quick, huh? So yeah, I was literally earlier I mentioned that if we did bring down 6-0, because she is also related to Darknet, well, she is the Darknet essentially, then all of this is going to haywire real bad. And we know Dola as well. There's gonna be her business is going to be a bit yeah, a bit boom because of it. But I mean, she can figure it out. I don't know. I have so many thoughts, but I can't really even say one thing. Okay, immediately jump back. Okay, let me get some water first. I need some water. I ran out of warm beverages. We are on our way to Annick's room after getting her call.
뭔가 한 것 없이 돌아다니기만 한 느낌이군요.
내 말이. 그래도 리버린이 거짓말을 하지 않았다는 건 증명됐네.
Okay, yeah. Thankfully, that's the case. Thankfully, that was the case.
식스호랑 많이 친하다는 것도 증명됐고.
블랙넷이 셧다운되었다고 했었지.
그렇다는 말은 그 부서진 컴퓨터. 거기에 식스호가 있었다는 건 맞는 것 같아.
이걸로 끝일 거란 생각은 들지 않지만 말이야.
Absolutely. 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 100%. Because let's be real, that's the difficult part about self-aware AI like this is that if they don't have any access, or if they have a little bit of access to go somewhere, to transfer their code somewhere, they can't be killed. They just keep on going, you know, they just keep living and just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. So if there is nowhere for her to run, and then we bring it down, or better yet, we rewrote the code or something like that, or delete the codes and things like that, and then destroy it and make sure it's not coming back ever again, then we can kind of save. We can pretty much save in that regard. That make sure like, okay, yeah, she's probably dead. Because again, who knows that when she sent texts and stuff like that, she sent a piece of her code in there, and then somehow she can still connect it via the phone from the messages that they already. You see what I mean? Things are really like cockroaches. It's hard to kill, dude. They can literally just pop up from nowhere. So yeah.
잠깐 괜찮을까? 보고할 게 있어.
Okay.
놀래라.
목단의 치료는 끝났어. 부상이라고 할 것도 없지만 슈가는
Nice.
생각보다 부상이 심해 치료 중이야.
Yeah, well,
수리 중이고.
it's exploded.
아우터림에
Okay,
제대로
nice.
된 리페어 센터가 있긴 해.
있어. 불법이지만 제대로 된 곳이니 안심해도 돼.
Okay.
말이 앞뒤가 하나도 안 맞잖아.
Well, you know, if EH said that, then we can kind of trust that, because well, EH is you know, she goes around in the outer rim, so you know, hey, I leave that to you. I trust you.
리버리는 카페 스위트의 다른 멤버들과 움직이고 있어. 방주에 있는 애닉의 사각지대를 하나하나 체크하고 있는 중이야. 리버린이 안내하고 카페 스위트가 감시 카메라를 달고 있어. 방주 내의 사각지들을 없애는 중이라고 보면 되겠지.
갑자기 카페 스위티라니 이상한 느낌이네.
휴가가 연감된 이상 가만히 있기 힘들었겠지.
Right. I mean, yeah.
2주 정도면 방주에 애닉의 사각지대는 없어질 거야.
좋은 것 같기도 하고 안 좋은 것 같기도 하고. 이그소틱은 뭐해?
우리는 모란회와 협력해서 미스트 생산 지역을 부수고 있는 중이야.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
세이메이카이도 합류할 거라 빠르게 정리될 거라고 생각해. 협력에 감사할게.
I didn't do much anyway.
내가 합류한 것만으로도 사기가 올라.
Yeah, you're literally morale support.
다름없으니까. 얘기할 기회가 없어서 말 못했었는데 크로우의 거는 고마웠어. 그럼 뭔가 생기면 또 연락할게.
자, 그럼 이제 우린 뭘 하면 될까?
일단 애닉과 만난 후 어떻게 움직일지 정하는 게 좋겠어.
실례합니다.
No.
말하자마자 나타나네.
셧다운되었던 블랙넷이 다시 정상화되었습니다.
역시
하지만 해선 자체에 딜레이가 발생하고 있습니다.
Mm-hmm.
불안정한 상태라고 할 수 있습니다. 당신들이 파괴한 하드웨어는 6호의 메인 하드웨어가 맞았다고 판단됩니다. 6호가
Yeah, now this is like the
자신의
remnants.
능력을 온전히 발휘할 수 있도록 개조를 거듭한 하드웨어였겠지요. 6호는 아직 살아 있습니다. 단 그 능력은 약화되었을 것이라 판단됩니다.
Right.
상대적으로
As expected.
성능이 떨어지는 하드웨어를 메인 하드웨어로 쓰고 있을 수도 있으며 다수의 하드웨어에 자신의 기능을 분산시켜 상호 보완하는 방식으로 운용하고 있을 수도 있습니다.
그럼 완전히 잡으려면 어떻게 해야지?
연산 중입니다. 아직 제대로 된 결과를 도출하지 못했습니다.
뭐야, 네 초 AI 서치 기능으로 6호를 찾을 순 없는 거야?
예, 불가능합니다.
골치 아프네.
테러 발생.
What?
5장소에서 동시에 E2 크리스탈을
It still
이용한
happened
테러가
regardless?
발생했습니다.
I mean,
테러 대응을 위해 실례하겠습니다.
it makes sense because, like I said, we didn't really bring down 6-0. She's still alive, so obviously she will counterattack. This is her plan anyway. And in 5 spot, yeah, 5 location. Yikes! It was before earlier. It was like what 3? Now it's 5. Is she showing off that she's still alive?
어디가 됐든 지원 가자. 애닉 저거 사람 죽는 건 아무렇지도 않게 생각한다고.
지휘관, 가장 가까운 테러 지역을 애닉에게.
It's right there. I look toward the source of the scream. A man is running toward me, terrified. No way.
도망가!
젠장, 여기도.
Our eyes meet. I see the fear in his gaze. He grabs me and cries out, his eyes bleeding.
당신 그 지휘관 맞죠? 특수 별동대인가 뭔가 하는 맞죠?
Please stay calm. We'll handle it.
다행이다. 찾아서 다행이다.
Let's go. Go. The man raises his arm, and my eyes follow his hand. A glass bottle rests in his hand. Inside, a crystal glimmer as circle. Oh, well then. The glass breaks, and the crystals scattered in every direction. Only then do I take a good look at the man's face. His eyes are glazed, and drool runs down his chin, a misaddict. Rapi and Anis dash toward me. I push off the ground, shoving them back with everything I've got. The crystal shoots out, dropping the man who just threw it right in place. He doesn't move at all, probably already dead. Yeah, what happened if the crystal get into a normal human? I don't remember on the Anis event, Anis story. Because it only feeds off electric current, which NIKKE has. Especially the core, that thing is juicy, you know? But for human, do we? I mean, in a way, we kind of do have a little bit of electric current in our body. I don't know. I glance around only to find the crystals are extending toward us fast. I'm fine. I glance around rapidly. Crystals shoot up, surrounding us like a cage. Rapi takes aim with her 7 dwarfs, Zero. Don't shoot, the shards will fly everywhere. Straight ahead, text appears on a flickering monitor inside the shop. Nice to meet you, I'm Sixo. Since you've gone through the trouble, I thought I'd repay you in my own way. You even went after civilians, that's way more despicable than I thought. I'll take that as a compliment. The commando unit is such a nuisance, so I figured it was better to get you out of the way while I had the chance. Don't worry, you won't be alone. Mint, Prika and Avistar will be joining you soon. And not just them, Tal, every NIKKE, every human connected to you. I'll send them all along with you. That's fine, right? I mean, it's better when everyone goes together. I'll catch you no matter what. And how exactly do you plan to do that? Losing my core hardware is a bit unfortunate, I'll admit. But I'm everywhere. That's immortality in the truest sense. You cannot catch me, ever. That's literally what I just said too. Like a cockroaches. Like if we somehow able to like pin her down and then make sure there is no other gateway for her to go out, and you know, then we can finally maybe call it a day. We can finally say we took down 6-0. But otherwise, this will keep happening. You know, it's literally Legion in a way now, like right? We're not one, but we're many, kind of thing. So, yeah. Another can NIKKE. Oh my, the E2 crystals are expanding. How frightening. It was a pleasure meeting you. Farewell. The monitor shudders as crystal bursts upward, then the screen goes black. She really gets on my nerves. I know, right? It does feels like 6-0 is literally just that. You know, a rogue AI that just... I mean, I guess you can kind of say it that way, because she is a literally built off of negative emotions of NIKKE, and then it just bubbles up, and then somehow it becomes self-aware, so it's just kind of like double, multiple, triple, quadruple even the negative effect. So yeah, I guess it is. I guess 6-0 is in a way the embodiment of just pure hatred, pure spite, pure evil. Just that, you know. She exists just that. Just literally to do that. Exactly that.
지휘관님, 조금만 참아. 나랑 라피가 책임지고 구해줄게. 그러니 지휘관님도 우릴 책임지고 구해줘. 알겠지?
믿겠습니다.
What if a shard hits your head? And Rapi doesn't have Nymph anymore. I'll find a way through, so you two just get out.
무슨 소리야? 수정이 부서지는 소리 같은데?
The sound is getting closer. We all watch with bated breath. Ah! I have a little inkling, but oh my god, look at her. Okay, immediate upgrade, just like that. We'll get the story later on. Oh my god, she just punching this crystal, dude. Okay, Neon, doesn't matter. E2 crystal, what? It aged electric, what? Let me punch this real quick. Let me see if we can handle my electricity. No. Let me see if we can handle my firepower, okay? Oh my god, look at her, dude. What is that fit? Holy. So she got the earrings also. The glasses stays obviously. Oh my god. I have a little inkling that could it be though? I kind of doubt it, but then here she is. Oh, the counters are back, baby, with all of their glorious upgrade. Oh my god. And there's Neon approaching as she tears through the crystals with her bare hands. No need for weapons. Yes. Hell. Neon spots us and waves at us cheerfully. Just when she is about to punch the crystal between us, she suddenly stops. Neon wraps her arm around the crystal as it rises, and my chest drops with a sickening jolt. Neon twists the crystal she's holding and snaps it off, leaving only the base behind. She points to the cleared path behind her. Let me look. Let me see. Oh my god. At least you fix your skirt now, girl. Like, my god, that mantle though? Hold up. What is that on your hand? What is that? What is this? What is the... Hold on. Ooh. Dude, I don't know why I got so hyped seeing Neon like this. Maybe because we learned about her backstory yesterday and it's still kind of like fresh from the oven, that stuff. And then we finally get to see her as well, because with Anis, it takes forever, dude. It takes forever with Anis. But with Neon, it's like literally yesterday, and then now it's the reveal. Look at this gloves though. What is this, dude? What is this, SMGs? You're using SMGs or... What? Dude, with the hat on as well. That's my girl right there, dude. You fix your skirt. About dang time, girl. With the color palette too. You know, deep color palette, yellow, black, and I still kind of like that she keeps the blue thing going, because it's kind of like her identity in a way, you know. And the earrings as well. Is the necklace? No. The necklace is gone. We still have no idea about the necklace, but yeah, the earrings is there, man. Dude, that's the pretty lady, Neon. That's the pretty lady right there. World. 1 hour quit MMR level P. Yes, thank you.
완성했어요. 어때요? 새로운 바디를 가진 기분이.
Are you feeling healthier?
이봐요. 괜찮아요? 야가 왜 말을 안 하지? 에테르, 뭐 잘못 건드렸어요?
아니요, 그럴 리가요. 설계도만 따라가면 되는 거였는데요, 뭘.
근데 야가 와 이러지?
저는 지금 고민 중이에요. 앞으로 네온으로 살지, 네온으로 살지.
Oh, neon.
마음 조심하세요.
neon it is.
저 네온은 어떤 새로운 능력을 가지고 있나요?
에테르, 설명해줘요.
Oh, let's see the spec.
그건 원래 그랬는데요.
외부에서의 간섭을 완전히 차단하는 바디가 됐다는 얘기야.
There it is. Princess, you are taking it a literal, huh? You're literally taking it to a T. I respect that. And is that a black ribbon over here too? You know, hey. If that's a nod to Princess, I'm so down for it, dude. I am so down for it. Wow. So, you know, I mean, and it is really sweet though, because, you know, Stall 3 with Princess, when they hang out, like, Stall 3 has been sick for her entire life, and in a way, I guess, pretty much. And then Princess designed a new NIKKE that is literally immune to any external interference. Literal immunity to anything. Anything. And when I said anything, this is not just some manufacturer, you know, company from Elysian, Missilis, Tetra. No. This is a combined technology. Listen to me. From Deep and VTC combined together, baby. It is far above from the 3 big manufacturer in the ARC. Even just one of them, either VTC or just Deep alone, their technological prowess is way above the trio. Combine them both, absolute cinema. And then if these two combined technology made something that makes you immune, I repeat, freaking immune to any external interference, it means immune to any external interference. Capiche? Holy, no wonder she'd be like, yeah, well, this is crystal. I mean, it's just break them. It's crystal, you know. So, hey, what if she falls down into a lava? Well, it's just like warm water, just hot water. I mean, it's not going to do anything to me. Wow. That is so sick.
네 바디는 무슨 일이 있어도 변하지 않아. 일단 현존하는 모든 요소들에 대해서는
That it is. Nothing will work on her. I repeat once again, nothing. None. Holy, Princess really made sure, like, get healthy. And she means it. Live as long as possible. Live as long as how you want to live. And even if you want to stop existing, this body of yours can still be used by the next Neon. And the effect is probably still going to be the same. So, man, that is... there's no joke, dude. There's no joke. This thing is insane.
그것도 원래 그런 것 아닌가요?
침식 면역.
오.
Oh my... Like I said, anything... I didn't even thought about that, to be honest with you. Like, I just thought it was like some types of like Haran's corrosion, the E2 crystal, and then probably like some nature stuff like cold water, lava, and those kind of thing. And I guess to some extent maybe can immune to bullet and laser and things like that. Maybe not on the Queen's laser though, because that's probably I feel like it's already on a higher tier above. But the fact that you are immune to corruption, that's huge. You know, most of the time, most of NIKKEs are kind of the only thing that they are really afraid of are basically that. You know, the corruption's kind of like the one that's really scary. Rapi is safe because she doesn't have nymph anymore. Anis, probably there's still a possibility that could happen to her, but I guess it's not really because of the star armament. I don't think that will ever happen to her as well, because star armament is literally from Enix stuff, and in conjunction to that, it's probably has something to do with the VTC and the deep technology as well at that point, right? Because pretty sure, well, the Arc project is literally Deep's project, so I'm assuming Enix is also made from Deep technology. And if the things that happened with Enix and they decided to make a star armament, so obviously it's probably going to use Deep's technology too. So yeah, in a way, Anis probably also not really immune, but safer, a lot safer than normal Nikke's in general towards corruption. And then now we have this. So like, hey, corruption, what? Is that edible?
이론상 이 두 크리스탈과 다크매터도
Yeah,
내 바디에
that's as
영향을 미치지
expected.
못해. 언제
아.
하는지는 잘 모르겠네.
No,
오,
that's a really good question too, because for pause in a way kind of affecting Nymph, right? So since Neon still have her Nymph, oh my god, it says counters over here. Dang, dude. I see you, Neon. I see you.
외부의 그 어떤 물질이라도 내 바디에는 조금도 들어가지 않아.
No external substance can enter your body at all.
오, 금강불개 뭐 이런 건가요?
만독 불침이겠지.
둘 다 뭔 소리 하는 거예요?
Thank you for saying this, because it's bruh, I literally just said this. So I guess with this, it's confirmed that she's even immune to a freaking bullet, dude. You can't kill her. She can't die. She is healthy, alright? She can't die unless she decides to, right?
정말 건강해졌네요.
Exactly, you are.
그리고 다른 건요? 그게 다예요.
내 바디 자체가 열쇠가 되었어.
에테르.
지금 내 바디에는 잃어버린 기술의 정수가 담겨 있다는 얘기야.
쓸데없는 소리 하지 말고요.
자기 바디가 얼마나 귀한 줄 알아야 곱게 다루지 않겠어요?
그럼 이 안경은요?
그 안경은 이제 아무 기능이 없어. 라이트 기능도 없고 시랑 안 돼.
Boom doesn't
그
run either.
기능이 내 바디에 온전히 넘어갔으니까
Ah.
그냥 단순히 튼튼한 안경일 뿐이야.
그건 좀 아쉽네요. 비전아이 좋았는데.
I know. I mean, you can just keep saying it, to be honest. Just feel free to keep saying it. Okay, so the functionality of the glasses moves to Neon's body. Then, in that case, so she is the key then. She becomes the key. Interesting. Now it got me thinking then. If there are three, because Ether mentioned in the previous episode, in the previous chapter, that there are three keys to deep technology, to access deep technology, then I mean, it kind of I don't know. I mean, the most obvious one is obviously later on Anis and Rapi also going to get theirs as well, get their upgrade. But then if they do get upgrade, then that means Rapi and Anis get 2 upgrade while Neon only 1. Or maybe Neon will get another upgrade later down the road after this as well. But who knows? Because the most obvious one is obviously that Rapi and Anis will going to get their upgrade from the key. But I also at the same time don't think that will be the case, because Rapi already kinda, have their own thing with Red Hood. Anis already have their own thing with the idol thing. So yeah, I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. I mean, worst case scenario, the queen able to get a hold of one of the key and activates it. So that's it almost feels like the ultimate weapon in a way, It's like an ultimate weapon. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess, when that happens.
그리고 지금 저 밖에 있는 스리된 딥들을 네 입맛대로 부릴 수
Oh
있어.
my lord.
열쇠는 저것들한테는 옥새 같은 거니까. 어떻게 하고 싶어?
일단은 여기서 잠시만 신세지게 해주세요. 아니스 일만 해결하고 다시 와서 결정할게요.
MMR이 무슨 호텔인 줄 알아요?
에이, 여러분도 죄덕 많이 봤잖아요. 이 오버 테크놀로지로 만들어진 네온을 구축하면서 이런저런 기술들을 많이 가져가시지 않았나요?
I know, right?
그건 맞아요.
그러니 이 정도는 제가 요구해도 괜찮을 것 같은데요?
뭐 그래요. 그렇게 해요.
그럼 저 잠깐 갔다 올게요. 나가는 길 안내 좀 해주시겠어요?
에테르 안내해줘요.
예.
잠깐만요.
뭔데요 또?
저 이제 미실리스 소속이 되는 건가요? 악덕 기업은 싫은데요.
당연히 그런 거 아니겠어요. 우리가 만들었으니까요.
우리 사장님이 알면 가만히 안 있을 것 같은데요. 감히 엘리시온의 니케를 미사일스가 강탈해 새로운 바디를 만들었다고? 택티컬하게 용서하지 않겠다.
Yeah.
모르긴 몰라도 기업 전쟁 뭐 이런 것까지 일어날지도 모르겠는데요.
일리 있는 말이네요. 그건 잉그리드랑 얘기해서 잘 풀어볼게요.
Interesting. Now that she brought this up, yeah, that's kind of true. She is from Elysion, but now she got rebuilded by Missilis. Could it be that she will become the first Nikkei that's being manufactured by the three companies? That will be kind of sick. Not gonna lie. Her next upgrade is going to be from Tetra somehow. Yeah. I'm so down for that if that's the case. But I don't know. I probably think this is probably just like one of those things where it's just like a special case.
오, 예상했던 것과는 다르게 그냥 술술 넘어가시네요. 네온을 만들면서 얻은 기술이 제법 마음에 드셨나 봐요?
빨리 가세요. 시끄러우니까.
예.
정말 다시 올 거야?
물론이죠.
그래. 꼭 와줬으면 좋겠어.
저를 뜯어보고 싶어 안달이 나셨군요.
Basically.
설계도가 완전히 삭제되어 버렸거든. 바디 제작 시작과 동시에 삭제됐어. 백업할 틈도 없이 사라졌어. 그래서 지엔이 너한테 친절한 거야. 설계도만 확보했으면 너 바로 버려버렸을걸? 아, 이거 지엔이 말하지 말라고 했는데 말해버렸네.
그럼 좀 더 우쭐대도 된다는 얘기군요?
Of course.
마음껏 우쭐대. 칼자루는 내가 쥐고 있으니까.
Absolutely.
그런데 에테르가 이렇게 친절하게 나오니까 엄청 불안한데요?
나도 너한테 잘 보여야 되거든. 내 바디에 있는 기술이 있잖아. 그거 어떻게 보면 인류의 수건 같은 기술이야.
Right.
니케에겐 침신 면역, 인간에겐 모든 병의 면역. 그런 시대가 오는 게 꿈이 아닐지도 모르니까. 그러니 꼭 돌아와서 협조해주면 좋겠어.
갑자기 그런 말을 하니까 적응이 안 되는데요.
이래봬도 인류를 위해 열심히 헌신하고 있으니까.
That is fair. Like, you know, Ether really means it when, you know, it's for the best of humanity and yada yada. But yeah, it's one of those cases where a researcher get viewed as an evil because of how inhumane research they did. But it is for the sake of humanity, and then, you know, because most of the time extreme research and things like that are kind of like what makes big breakthrough. But yeah, you know, in a way Ether is kind of like neutral. She's just there to kind of make sure that the research goes through, and then, you know, the humanity discover more breakthrough, and then, you know, people can live a lot more comfortable, and then, you know, extend lives and this and that. But yeah, and then development with NIKKE as well. at present at the
그런
Arc Square.
사정으로 인해 저 네온이 탄생하게 된 것이죠.
Like what the heck?
여러분, 박수와 환호는요? 짝짝짝. 와, 고맙습니다. 그런데 저는 분명 아니스 공연 도와주러 아우터림에 갔다 왔는데 갑자기 시내에서 수정이 막 솟아오르고 있네요. 보통 일이 아니라는 걸 이 네오는 눈치채고야 말았습니다.
자세한 건 이따가 다 얘기해줄게. 이런저런 일들이 좀 많았어. 공연이 문제가 아닌 상태지.
그렇군요. 알겠어요. 네온이 아주 적절한 타이밍에 합류했군요.
네온.
예,
미스 데려와 준 거 진짜 고마워.
별 말씀을요. 춤과 노래로 갚으세요.
그래.
훈훈해. 아주 좋아.
실례합니다.
Anik, how is it looking?
이 두 크리스탈 테러는 모두 수습했습니다.
Nice.
니케 20기, 민간인 82명이
Ah. Where's Sixo?
아직 파악하지 못했습니다.
골치 아프네. 이거 어떻게 해야 돼?
Anik, it's safe to say that Sixo can move freely anywhere as long as there's hardware, right?
그렇습니다. 모든 하드웨어는 아니지만 전력이 들어오고 칩셋이 있는 하드웨어라면 어디든 이동할 수 있습니다.
그럼 그걸 다 부수면 되는 거 아니야?
현재 방주의 해당 하드웨어의 수는 수억에 달합니다.
Yup.
아우터림까지 포함한다면 측정
It's not.
불가입니다.
It's not feasible. That's what I'm saying. If you want to really get rid of Sixo, that's the number one. That's the first step that you have to do is literally do that. Break everything that has an access that has an access for her to function. You need to get rid of all of those, and then you need to track her somewhere, and then make sure that she cannot really run away further and further. So in a way, it's kind of like circle again, like herding her slowly until it get to centralize somewhere, and then you just from there you just delete the code, get rid of her completely from the code, because that's what AI is all about. Really, it's just a code. You need to like erase the code, erase her existence. Then you break that too. Break the thing that you used to delete the code. You need to make sure it's already dead. Everything is dead. Then you can start to reproduce all this hardware again. Which again, it's still not sure if it is going to be safe. There's potentially she still have some remnant somewhere. So yeah, so again, it's just like cockroaches. It's kind of hard to deal with.
현실적으로 불가능하며 파괴 시 방주 인프라에 복구 불가능한 심각한 피해를 입힙니다.
그럼 어떡해?
Heck, worst case scenario, she able to run into the Dome of Eternity. That would be just
방법에
yikes.
대해서는 연산 중입니다.
I've got a suggestion.
말씀해 주십시오.
Let's shut down the Ark. Or we can just do that, I guess. What? Huh? I didn't even think about that, because the thing is, we've been getting a lot of information about, why keeping the Ark functioning all the time is important, because it happens before where the Dome of Eternity shuts down and it just a chaos, like a huge chaos because of it. So wow, okay. I was not even think about that. But I mean, it's really the only way, I guess, but how do you even, huh? I mean, that will still make the people panic and thinks, I don't know, dude. I don't know, Forbidden Library.
도로시 아시죠?
Airi and a
방주에
Fistar.
구멍이 났을 때 헬레틱을 한 번에 떨어뜨렸던 필그림. 그 도로시가 지금 방주에 있거든요. 저는 그 도로시가 어떤 니케인지 너무 궁금했어요. 이리저리 수사했지만 아무것도 나오지 않아서
Who is she
절망하고
talking
있었는데
about? Who is not talking about obviously Dorothy, but like who is she talking to? I mean, if Forbidden Library, then it means either Arcana or Label.
운 좋게 만나서 지문을 손에 넣었어요. 아, 말이 지문이지 실제로 지문은 아니에요. 탄도 감식 같은 거예요. 바디의 재질은 뭔지, 손상은 되어 있는지, 손상 패턴이 특정 지역이나 무장과 관계가 있는지 알아보는 거예요.
Wow.
그 정보를 미천으로 또다시 조사를 진행했어요. 제 소개가 늦었네요. 감찰부대 오버시어 소속의 아일이라고 해요. 도로시의 뒷조사를 한 이유는 간단해요. 그렇게 화려하게 등장하고 반주를 위해 힘써주는 그 모습이 적인지 진심인지 확인할 필요가 있었거든요. 과거를 조사하면 도로시의 진위를 파악할 수 있을 거라는 확신이 들었죠. 저는 있잖아요. 누군가의 치부를 들춰낼 때가
Wow.
가장 좋아요.
You know, not only Birmingham is already kinda exposing her, you know. I mean, it is literally kinda I don't know. Part of me is still not quite convinced that is what Birmingham mentioned. What Birmingham said earlier is what Dorothy is aiming for, but also at the same time, what she did all this time, and Birmingham reasoning, it makes sense, you know. So he's not really in the wrong. He's not really wrong either for guessing that. And maybe it is what Dorothy really final or end goal is, literally that. But I don't know. Part of me still kind of like maybe there's a bit more. Maybe there's a bit more, you know. And now we have a literal investigator investigating Dorothy. Oh girl, you are going to get exposed.
특히나 신비주의를 표방하는 이의 치부가 드러났을 때의 그 킬감은
Oh girl.
그런데 아무것도 못 찾았어요. 이렇게까지 기록이 없는 니케는 존재할 수 없다고 생각해요. 기록이
Well, there's a reason for it.
누가 남겨도 남기기 마련인데 정말 하나도 없어요. 그래서 밖으로 나와 있는, 그러니까 이른바 양지에서 기록을 찾는 건 그만뒀어요. 그럼 결국 음지의 기록을 조사할 수밖에 없는데 그것도 한계가 있거든요. 감찰부대라 보통의 니케들에 비해 엄청 큰 기록 열람 권한을 가지고는 있어서 바로 중앙정보 데이터베이스를 뒤졌죠.
Nothing there too.
근데 거기서도 못 찾았어요. 중앙정보 데이터베이스까지 뒤졌는데도 없다는 건 누군가가 의도적으로 기록을 지웠다 라는 결론밖에 안 나요. 아무런 기록이 없는 존재는 있을 수 없으니까요. 그리고 저는 완전히 지워진 기록 같은 건 없다고 믿거든요. 모든 기록은 어딘가에는 반드시 있어요. 그러다가 여기까지 오게 된 거예요. 금서고까지요. 안 되는 건 아닌데 한 번만 부탁드리면 안 될까요? 금서고에서 딱 도로시에 대한 것만 확인하고 나올게요. 예? 부탁드릴게요. 한 번만요. 진짜 딱 한 번만. 5분? 아니, 3분만요. 예?
Arcana casts a wary glance at Airi. That's it? That's how you're going to end it? That's... You're really going to end it like that, huh? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Only 18, huh? I feel like usually it's a bit longer than that. Like around 20 something. Or I don't know, maybe it is 18. Plus it's one episode is really long too. Not to mention my own commentary also kind of drags it a bit more. But I just like to share my thoughts, you know what I mean? I just like to sharing my own thoughts. There you go, got all the goodies. Nice. And oh my god. Whoa, that is chapter, dude. That is a chapter, alright. Event summary. Commander gave a weird look as a reaction. I mean, I don't blame him. Seeing Neon came back just literally smashing crystal that you're not supposed to touch as a NIKKE. And then hug one Noswell on top of that. So I was like, huh? What are you? But man, that is a lot to unpack. Jesus, this 2 chapter already is insane, dude. That's how they start, huh? This is literally the first chapter of season 1 of NIKKE. And they start off with this? Golly. Because that's literally what they mentioned in the latest, or in the previous, I guess, in the previous director's letter thingy. They mentioned like the event right after Goddess Fall, or the event from the beginning of the game up to Goddess Fall, the part 2, the ending of Goddess Fall. Those are just prologue. The game has been running for 3 years and it's only the prologue, by the way. And then this is the first story mission update that dropped right after that mention. So this is officially season 1, episode 1 and 2, I guess, in a way. Maybe it's a lot more, but you know, we have 2 chapters, 43 and 44. But yeah, this 2 chapters is basically season 1 start. And we got Neon's backstory. And also all of this closure and everything. Oh, golly. Golly. And we also getting closer and closer to the Dorothy's closure as well. About why she did all of this. But yeah, we kind of get a little bit of tease, I guess, a reveal from Burning Gum earlier. That's probably what she want to do. So yeah, I'm really curious on what kind of ending Dorothy will have, because in a way she is in a similar state of Liverin, where she's just keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. At first she has a reason. At first she do have a reason on why she's doing this. But, you know, now at this point, she's just doing it just because, you know. Prologue without many collabs of not as much filler as Naruto Shippuden. Dude, that's why I was kind of like thinking when I read the director's letter, when they mentioned that all the event leading to Goddess Fall is the prologue, I was like, what are you on about? How can you call a prologue for 3 years? That's not how prologue works. Am I crazy to think like prologue should stay for like at the very least 1 to 2 episodes only? It's prologue, by the way. It's to set the tone and set the world. And then after that, you kind of build around that in season 1, you know, backstory, introducing characters and everything. Heck, you can even introduce the first character in the prologue, you know, the group of counters and things like that. It just like what? or do I understand prologue differently? Because 3 years of content is a prologue is insane. Been writing this since high school director probably. Like there are some other media as well out there that also have the same issue when I don't really understand how they can call prologue for like the game has been progressed for hours, like literal hours, and they mentioned that oh, this is just the prologue, by the way. The real episode will start after this update. So it's like, what do you mean all of this thing that already been happening in the game is just prologue? How many? Huh? So oh no, skip this for now. We'll check this. Stop it. We'll check this tomorrow. So where was it? Storyline. So if we cut out all of the what's the word? If we cut out all of the filler stuff from the game, then all of this freaking chapter all the way to here, so from all the way up here, from New Year's New Sword all the way to Goddess Fall Part 2, all of these are prologue. This is like canonical event that happens in the game, so there's no filler event, there's no collab event except Stellar Blade, because that is canon. So literally the main story of the game from the start to Goddess Fall, this place is the what's the word? Prologue. So yeah. I guess technically from only one, this is the episode 1. Not episode 1, season 1. So yeah. There you have it, ladies and gents. I don't understand it. Why 3 years worth of content is still being mentioned as a prologue? So like, how does prologue supposed to work? You know? But anyway, regardless, I'm all for it, man, because the story is mamma mia. You know, it's very tasty, very juicy. I am so for it. I am down for this. I'm down for the long haul, dude. I'm down for the long haul. I'm ready to go, you know. And dude, this last chapter is really long. Holy. If we combine with the earlier, before the internet issue, it was 5.5 hours stream. But I'm glad that, I guess, in a way, I'm kind of glad that we have that break because of internet issue, because I can just like get some food, get dinner, take a shower and rest a bit. Because dude, this last 3 hours, oh my god, I feel like I'm just hyped out of my mind, dude. It's just so many things. It's just so many closure, so many question has been answered in just this chapter. Well, not so many of them, but a lot of them has been kind of get their closure, or you know, get their ending in a way. You know, from Snow White with Red Hood, and then Moran and Sugar also, they have their differences back then, but they kind of make up now. A little bit of closure, and then Fragile and Liverin also kind of get their own closure as well, their version. With 6-0 we still have not done yet, because obviously 6-0 is still going to be a thorn in our sides. This is going to be the threat that we're still ongoing, other than the Queen. And then the squad is gathered together again now. You know, the squad is back. Counters are back. The girls are back with their own upgrades. And I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait for playable Anis and playable Neon. I freaking love Neon, dude. Man, what a friggin' story. And also we are about to get the answer on Dorothy's side as well, because she has been building this for years. Like literally, like she's been in this thing has been going for a long time, and then people have most people have no clue. Or not really no clue, not sure on why she's doing all of this, including me. I have no idea why she's doing this. Like, what kind of revenge arc can she do? But now, with Birmingham kind of like making his own guess, I guess, in a way, or making assumption based off of what she did, you know, based off of what her actions are, it kind of makes sense now that the way she's going to take revenge on the Ark is by literally taking all of the Ark, moving them to Eden, and then just leave Ark with whatever that is. And without all the people, the Ark is probably going to crumble by itself, you know. So there's that. But we still have the Irie thing that I don't know. Not sure with the Irie, because if she able to get a hold of Dorothy's identity as a goddess squad back in the day, she might get exposed real quick. Even more, because currently Birmingham is just making assumption, but his assumption is pretty much spot on, I would say. But there's still something deep. There's something a little side of me thinking that maybe not really, you know, maybe not really, but as revenge, she physically changed their zip code. Bro, you're not wrong. They literally, you know, she literally going to change the marking on the road sign things, you know, pointing to the left, like say 1 mile's arc. You know, she literally just gonna wipe that out and move it to the other side. 1 mile's Eden, or yeah, just Eden, because she hates Ark. 1 mile's Eden, they just erase the Ark. So like, if any people strays on the server see that, it's like, oh, okay, so we go here. But yeah, I mean, again, part of me still kind of believe that it might be a bit more. But as far as we know right now, spot on. Birmingham, spot on. And you know, as Dorothy is too, I feel like that's what she is only capable of doing. I don't think she can do like this even crazier things other than that to take revenge in Ark. So not only she wants to be worshipped, she also just want to move the peoples or the stray NIKKEs into Eden. But also, my perspective on Birmingham is also changed too. Like, holy! At first, I don't really like that dude at all, because he's shady, he's shifty. I don't really like it. I don't really like him. Not that I hate him. It's just I don't really like him. Like he smells trouble. But you know, it's like it is what it is. But yeah, literally that one episode with him like just shift everything out. Like, oh well, this is the real burning gum. Okay. Dude is insanely smart. Like, he doesn't look one, and he acts not like one either. So that's why I was like, oh god. But when he drops the facade, it's just yikes. Okay, well, well then. Now I understand why you're up here. But yeah, man, oh, that is so good. That is so good, dude. That is really, really good. Holy. What a story. I cannot wait for the next chapter update. We'll be back in about 3 months or so. Sadly. 3 or 4 months from now, then we'll get another chapter. I think they have a roadmap thing. Man, this music is a pop, dude. But yeah, so that's about it for today. 5.5 hour stream. But bro, I am fully immersed and fully engaged, despite the what's the word, connection issue earlier. But I'm still tuning. I'm still zoning. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I wasn't expecting to get this much of story in this chapter. In chapter 44 alone, it's like so many things done. But like I said already, like I explained earlier either, because it's pretty much like the commander catch up to the events that he's not aware of. And they don't really go too much detail into it. So it's just kind of like, here's the summary up to this point. This is what actually happened. And then, well, yeah, that's it, really. So, can you do something for us? At least in Eden, that's what happened. Can you do something for us? But I'll rely on you. And then it's like, okay, well, we'll do our best. We'll see what we can do and yada yada yada. And then we move on. And Snow White is there again. Catch up. Snow White remembers everything. She shares her perspective on story on up to this point, and then she also shares back then when she was in the God Squad, talking about yada yada yada. Again, just like a very brief summary. It's not a lot of feedback, flashback, not feedback. And then Rapi's turn to share her own story up to meeting Red Hood and all the things that happens with Red Hood and why she looks different now and yada yada. And then talking about her weapons as well. And then yeah, and then Anis also explain about things, why she do this and that. Just a brief moment, and then we move on to the arc. And in the middle, we got introduced. Obviously, because if that's the only thing that happened, then it's not going to be. The stake is kind of like just like, okay, everyone is powerful and yada yada, you know. Even though we do still remember that the queen is really above and beyond power level wise, especially now that she have Lilith's body. So that's her power level is going to be like quadruple even probably. That is kind of poetic in a way, you know. I guess not really poetic, but I guess ironic might be a bit more correct, because you know Lilith's Lily-wise is are known for like the strongest Nikkei ever. Period. Like none even get close to her. Most Nikkei based most Nikkei being manufactured based off of her, but nothing come close to her spec. Not even a single one. Like even the Grimm's model, which is the the Goddess Squad, and then the All Tales Squad. Even Cinderella, which is like Abe's masterpiece, top of the line, everything, is not even close to Lily-wise. And it took all the Goddess Squad to bring down one Cinderella. Mind you. That's just how strong she is. But she's not even close to Lily-wise. So like she is really top up there, right? Like supposedly the strongest Nikkei, but she has to throw the towel early because, well, somehow they can't really fix her. Like, brother, like you would think if you're going to produce or manufacture a top of the line product, you would think you should be able to have a way to fix this if there is an issue. You should anticipate, okay, this might be a problem later down the road, so we need to figure out how to fix this and this and that and this and that. But no, the VTC said like, nah, I don't know, man, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know, man. It's yeah, we designed her as a short combat unit, so I don't know. But as the thing is that the body is still functioning. But sadly, Lily-wise has to go. But the body is still top of the line, regardless. And now that same Nikkei, top of the line Nikkei, strongest Nikkei in the world, none come close to her, is being used by the queen that has a lot more power. And mind you, Goddess Fall happens, that's where the queen is already kind of like, in a way, in a weakened state, and she's still able to wreak that much havoc. Like she can still reap that much destruction with the weakened version of her. Granted, there is Chatterbox and also Indivilia there as well, but that's about it. I mean, obviously, like the sheer amount of raptures kind of makes up for it, because the sheer number and like how many people are in there. The White Knight is a Chime and Crown Nayuta with her own clone, by the way, too. So like a bunch of Nayutas there, and then Marian, and then Pioneer, which is Scarlet, Rapunzel, Snow White, and then from Inherit, Noah, Isabel, Haran. So 10 total. 1v10, it took 5 of them. Not really 5 of them. Because we all know Isabel and Haran is dead. No longer with us. Maybe there will be some resurrection down the road. I don't know. They might come back. They might not. Or it's just dead. Because we know some Nikkeis are gone. But like there's a special case like Red Hood. Multiple times she's been declared dead. But somehow she's just, hey, what's up, boy? Wanna listen to some old tunes together? Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. Let me record some video. Yeah. That happened. And also a second case is Nihilista. Nihilista also not really declared dead, but assumed dead. Because at first it was like, the first encounter with the Inherit and also the counters. So she brought down And then number 2 is when she is freeing Indivilia from the Ark, and then he got munched on by Chatterbox. So I thought for sure that she's gone, but somehow she still came back alive. It's being held hostage in Eden. So like, okay, well, I guess nobody dead then. You know? But for Haran's and Isabel case, maybe I still have a sliver of hope that there might be some miracle down the road. Especially later on when we get the technology to manufacture a NIKKE to Eden. They might bring her back. They might bring both of them back somehow. So yeah, Isabel and Haran is gone, and then Rapunzel, Noah, and Scarlet is unconscious, severely damaged. Only their brains and their core kind of still intact. Or in a way, it's just brain. Their brain's still intact, so they're still alive. But yeah, it's like they're just in comatose. So 5 of them, and then Crown is badly injured as well. That's 7. Marian also, her cores get ripped apart by the Queen. So that's 7. Oh yeah, Papillon is there as well. I forgot about Papillon. Yeah, so literally 7 strongest unit gone just to damage the Queen. It's not to take her down, to damage her, by the way. That's just how insanely strong the Queen is. Even on her weakened stage, she's still able to annihilate a lot. Oh, like doing so much damage to these 7 units. Heck, even Snow White too technically counts as down, but thankfully she is not too bad. I said that, but her head is literally gets severed. Gets severed from her neck, but it's a clean cut, so Cecil able to fix her quite easily, thankfully. So yeah, so literally Snow White too. Yeah, the only one who survived is basically Chime and also Papillon, and that's it. Dorothy is nowhere to be seen because, well, she is busy live streaming in Ark. By the time she came, it's like, yeah, the fight is already over, but she's at the very least she stopped the Queen to do more damage, right? So yeah, now that I've painted the picture how freaking strong the Queen is, she able to get the strongest NIKKE in the world, aka Lilywhise's frames or body, and then now us as the good person, I guess the good side, have to fight the strongest NIKKE in the world, technically. Like, you know, I mean, how poetic, how ironic this, you know, the cheat code that we are supposed to have to win the war, it becomes what's the word for this? It acts against us instead of work in our favor. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh my god. Oh, that is crazy. So yeah. And then we're dealing with 6-0 as well. That's I think that's the one thing that I was kind of surprised the most, is that dealing with 6-0. Like, huh? What do you mean we're dealing with 6-0 right now in this chapter? But yeah, to be honest, the story on chapter 44 is really long. Even though they only have only like a handful of episodes, but each episode is really long. Really, really long. And it does help because of the pacing. They kind of skip over a bit of stuff too because of the flashback, and then the commander catching up. Those are kind of literally done in a couple episodes, while still maintaining the essence of the connection. You know, like going to the Eden. You know, it's not like we just there and then blah 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 done. We are technically do that, but like at least we kind of like, okay, well, this is what happened, and then you still kind of have some more exchanges and this and that. And then with Snow White as well, it's like, okay, there's a heartfelt moment where Snow White realized it's Red Hood, and Red Hood also realized that it's Snow White, and it's like, oh, that's such a heartful moment right there. And then we get to the arc, and then things, you know, sharing the info, and then, you know, we want to bring the technology to Eden because, well, the issue that just happened is we do need to work together, because otherwise nothing will survive. Because like I mentioned earlier, a weakened state of the Queen still able to take down 7-8-ish top of the line units. The Pilgrims unit, by the way, is not a mass produced NIKKE. Freaking Pilgrim unit, 3 of which are Goddess Squad. Granted, the Goddess Squad themselves are pretty battered up. Like they don't really get a lot of great maintenance up there, okay? And they've been wandering around the surface for years without really stopping or getting a proper maintenance and replacement, things like that. So, you know, we can also could say like the 3 battered up Goddess Squad as well. So, but still, you know, a fully top of the line inherit unit got wiped out. So, yeah. And then Marian, which has the Queen Gene as well, getting defeated. Well, granted, there's a lot of like other variables in there, like Chatterbox, Indivilia, Red Shoes, or Mirror. I'm sorry, it's not Red Shoes anymore, it's Mirror. And then Rose is there. I mean, they don't really do anything really, but it's just that they're both there to make sure everything works in their favor, essentially. Oh yeah, and of course we don't forget about Liberalio too. Like I literally just mentioned that in the earlier what do you call it, episode stream, that I have a bad feeling that whatever she is about to do is not gonna end well. And yeah, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, not sure how that will end. Well, we know exactly how it ends, but like, you know, what's the aftermath? Because her body immediately get taken by the rapture, so I'm assuming it's going to be rebuilt into something else. And the head, I don't know, not sure. And that's again the same thing can be said. Like, is Liberalio dead? Who knows? Nobody know. Could be, maybe. And yeah, and then Neon is back. Ooh, that's my girl. I'm so happy that the Countess is back now. And now we are ready for some action. Everybody get their upgrade, their endings. We are ready to go. We are ready to go now. But we still have to deal with 6-0. Yeah, what's other things that we need to do right now? Because the E2 crystal attack by 6-0 has been quelled, thankfully quickly, but yeah, there's a lot of... So I guess it kind of confirms that if even a human touch it, you will die. because it kills more humans than Nikke's. Well, to be fair, it attacks the human residential area, so obviously it's going to get human more. But yeah, that sucks. But thankfully, it can be. Well, I don't know, to be honest, because we kind of sped it up over there, because immediately after Neon showed up, and then flashback a little bit on Neon, and then immediately, oh yeah, it's over. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, so I guess next episode is going to be them catching up with one another, you know, like telling all the stories of what actually happened, especially with the child that Anis got teased earlier on. There's that. And then, you know, probably Anis will share her own part of the story about, you know, being an idol and everything. And then Neon also probably going to share more detail, I guess. Or maybe she already did on the last exchanges there. I guess we can, from the flow of the story on this chapter, we can safely assume that yeah, she did share everything from the start, from the beginning to this point, to that point. So yeah, I guess let's just assume that they all already share their own journey. But yeah, the child explanation will come eventually, because that's the only thing that's it's going to be a really hard thing to explain. But yeah, it did actually happen. So yeah. I guess in a way also Liverin, what kind of a judgment will fall under her because of all the things that she's been doing. But again, you know, consequences. Your actions have consequences, so it will come either way, whether she likes it or not. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen to her. Oh yeah, also talking about the sharing the technology to manufacture a unit, a NIKKE, to Eden. There might be potentially a new manufacturer in the game, which is Eden Manufacture. That would be sick. Not gonna lie to you. You know? That'll be cool. But I don't know. But I mean, since Johan is also there, so I don't know. But I do have a feeling that we're probably going to unlock a new manufacturer, which is Eden Manufacture. You know, so now not only we have the big three, Elysian, Missilis, and Tetra, and Pilgrims, and Abnormal, and then we now add Eden on top of that, which is, you know, I don't see that's as a weird thing. It might happen, because like earlier I have explained also, we used to not have Abnormal either. Only 4 of them, the big 3 and also Pilgrim. And then with the first collab event drops, they added a new category as an Abnormal. So there you go. Why not add Eden at that point, you know? So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited for the next chapter. I'm really, 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 really excited for the next chapter. Cannot wait for all the actions that we are going to go through. And then also need a little bit of update, because we are contacting 4 beasts and only 1 to protect Eden currently. So we need some update on that as well. I guess the next encounter would be Goddess Squad with Cinderella. That would be like, okay, you know, might have some intense moment there, but we're probably going to be there to kind of like mediate both of them. Like, hold on, everybody, hang on, you know. And also Dorothy, what come of her? You know, like what kind of ending will she get? Because so far it seems like everything she did just fall into pieces now. You know? Like she got nothing else. She got literally nothing. Before she still had Eden and things like that. So now that she got banished from Eden, she has nothing. You know, even if she did successfully did what she did, and bring all the you know, despaired Nikkes and peoples and yada yada go to the Eden. I don't think Eden will, I mean, probably Eden will take them, but not Dorothy, I guess. So or maybe they'd be like, nah, go away. I can kind of see it that Eden do that, to be honest with you. So yeah, but now that she's banished, she literally got nothing. So, and then now that Birmingham able to like deduce her motivation of doing this, is like, yeah, well, so that's why I'm kind of like curious on what kind of ending she will get. Like I said, will she get her redemption arc? That's my question, I guess. Because clearly everything fails. Everything gone. Her own, air quotation, family, so to speak, is disappeared. Like literally obliterated. Because she was not there. And she was busy live streaming. And then the place that she called home, Eden, technically also get destroyed. Because she is not there again. Busy live streaming. And yeah, now that she got banished from it as well, so like she doesn't have any home, she doesn't have any place. She got no friends, no family. But of course she still have friends with the God Squad, really. They will still take her, you know, because it is their squad, you know. They will still take her no matter what. Yeah, I wonder if Anderson is going to do something about Dorothy. I wonder. I'm hoping that Anderson will have to do something with Dorothy to make her finally see reason, like open her eyes, like, girl, wake up. You know? It's like, girl, this is enough. Go back to your team. Or something like that to kind of make her realize, like, hey, what you did this time is, or like this, all you did this is wrong. Just come back, you know. But I don't know, because I feel like the punishment for Anderson is probably that, to not have any contact with his squad anymore, and he just have to live with it, knowing that they're just there, and you know, just seeing through a glass. And the squad doesn't even know if Anderson is still alive or not. All they know is like Anderson is being locked in the Ark, but after all these years they don't even know if he is still alive or not, you know. So it's like, I wish hopefully one day the God Squad can just gather around for one last time to get a proper closure for each one of them. And yeah, maybe that's happened. Maybe that might happen when we finally beat the Queen or something like that. Just really long in the future. Really long in the future, maybe. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with Dorothy, and what's the deal with 6-0 as well after this, because we did able to do some damage to 6-0, but we're definitely not going to kill her anytime soon. That's for sure. The 6-0 is still ongoing regardless. So yeah. And then we also got introduced by another enemy. Yeah, I guess I was trying to make this point earlier, but I got sidetracked so much. Holy. Yeah, we got introduced by a new enemy, Altruia, which is a copy of Noah and Rapunzel. So, you know, if we just walk back, you know, we enjoy our level up and things like that. We get excited, but if we just went head back to the arc just like that, you know, that's, you know, it's kind of like we still need the danger, you know, we still need the danger value to go a little bit high. So that's why they introduced Altruia, albeit only like a small bit. So it's just like, hey, knock knock, it's still the queen is still out there doing things, then the real threat is still out there, so don't forget, you know, go ahead and enjoy your winning currently right now, you know, celebrate with the upgrades and everything, celebrate it, you know, enjoy, but don't forget, here, Altruia for you, you know, just a little bit, just a little taste. But yeah, it's just literally to remind us to like, hey, don't forget the threat is out there, the queen is still cooking despite all of it, despite all of this happening. Yeah, the fact that she is able to produce heretics just like that. I mean, she's the queen for a reason, I guess, you know. So I guess can we? I don't know, because Liberalio is created by her, is the first heretics in a way, and then I guess Altruia is the second one, maybe. Because it seems like most of the time the heretics that's created directly by the queen have an unconditional love for her, and there are two of them, Liberalio and Altruia, while Nihilister Indivilia Chatterbox is kind of like I'm kind of forced to follow the order from the queen, yada yada, and Nihilister is just straight out, nah, I'm a rebel, you know. I'm a rebel. So it does seems that way, you know. So who knows? But yeah, so in that case, that she is probably also going to build her own heretics from the encounter that she's been through, you know. They got Rapunzel and Noah already, so maybe next is Haran Isabel, Scarlet, Snow White, Crown Chime, Modernia, Papillon. I don't know. You know, who knows? Nayuta as well. Or worst scenario, she able to clone herself using Lilith's body. So you have like 10 Lilith's strong units. That would be bad. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for me for today. I think that's a good call to that's a good place to call it. Why is my chat closed down by itself? Hello? Why did you close down? the heck happened here? Oh well, anyway, it's whatever. But yeah, that's dude, holy, 6 hours total. 6 hours today of stream. I was not expecting to be this long. I was expecting at least somewhere close to yesterday, around 3-4 hours. But man, I ramble a lot, huh? But I mean, that's what happened when I'm really excited and passionate about something. I just want to talk about it non-stop, you know. But also the story is also really good too. But I mean, come on, how can I not make a comment, you know? It's so good. But yeah, anyway, that's all for me for today. We'll be back again tomorrow, same as usual, with some good old NIKKE again. But tomorrow is going to be a bit lighthearted, I would say. I'm guessing, because it's cafe time, cafe sweetie, and yeah, it's the collab event, like cost recoil. That's a fun way to say licorice recoil. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm assuming it's going to be a bit fun event, because well, it is for Valentine's event, so usually it's a bit more, it's a bit more fun, it's a bit more lighthearted. Yeah, so at least the main story this time around is not as heavy, it's packed full of story, obviously. A lot of lore, not really a lot of lore, but a lot of story. But yeah, it's not as heavy as a couple chapters ago, so yeah, be good. And then also we are going to check out the new secret Valentine's event as well after that too. So it's a short one, so it's only 6 episodes, and it's not voiced as well, so we can kind of blast through it pretty quick. So yeah, we'll see about it tomorrow. So probably it's still going to be a bit shorter tomorrow. Maybe, it depends. Again, it depends on how long I ramble. But yeah, anywho, I think that's it for me for today. So thank you everyone who showed up on the stream today. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hope that you all enjoyed the stream today and have a great rest of your day. And apologies for the earlier internet issue, but it kind of comes what do you call it? It plays nice. It plays well. So because I can get a little bit of rest, get some food, and get a shower and things like that, freshen up myself to finish strong, because this is legitimately I'm even I surprised, like I streamed this long just for one chapter. Is this long is insane. But yeah, regardless, that's it for me. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having fun together with me. Super fun, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. See ya.